You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
You don't play the Why Not Us card anymore, do you? You play that?
Well, we're home underdogs, so I think we got something.
Okay.
Yes. There it is.
Okay. You taking notice. I like it, man.
I love the fact that Liam Coen didn't even laugh during that. It's on the Rich Eisen show yesterday as the Jags are making their rounds the last couple of weeks now as they become a much more talked about football team and people will start to learn about these Jacksonville Jaguars. But he leaned into it already as the home dog, and that will be just part of it. In fact, the Jaguars as a whole feel like they have collectively taken a little bit of a breath, and maybe it's on social media or things like that, or like, well, everybody talked for a long time, and now here we are. You all doubted us type of stuff, like Eric Armstead. Did you see that one?
Oh, boy. I haven't.
Oh, you didn't see Armstead on Instagram?
No, I saw you guys texting about it, but I didn't. It's on Instagram?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
That's the reason
So
why.
basically, he took about a handful of tweets from fans and other people, including Dan Hicken, a rant from Hicken on a post-game show.
Yep.
Yeah, you maybe we could pull it up. I don't know, but these were all, I think, from last year. I don't know if they were all from last year, but I think they were from last year.
Had to have been.
And Instagram, and he put it out there. Like, and you know what? Like, I don't know if people have a problem with that or not. Like, I really don't. Whatever fuels you, and you know, there is a part of this. I mean, you take like the kicker for Baltimore, right? I mean, he's getting lambasted, and some of it's just ridiculous. I mean, we know that now lives in our world, right? I mean, Mark Andrews had to deal with it last year, so. I mean, it's just not a nice place out there.
No, that's not it.
So I think when you get a lot of that, I think why not fire back when you get a chance to fire back? Like, I think that's a little bit human nature. I know you don't always love it.
Oh, no, I don't care at this point. I mean, it's obviously this team has taken it upon themselves to look at what people are saying, whether it's the national pundits, fans, media personalities, whatever, and they've used it to their advantage. So I don't care if it's working. Like, my issues came when, you know, the team wasn't really winning and then players were doing it. Because to me, like, that was the distraction.
Yeah.
This isn't a distraction. This is motivation.
Yeah, and I don't Hamby, you have an issue with it? Like what Armstead put out?
I mean, I got to see this video.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to try to clip it for you.
I mean,
okay.
Like,
I don't really have an issue with it. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it was typical, like, Hick rant, like, after a postgame. I thought for a second it might have been after the Houston one because he delivered, like, there's no doubt.
that was an all-timer.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. But last year there were plenty of them, you know, postgame shows.
So was Hick's rant from last year or this year?
We think it's from last year. We can't even quite remember, but I actually joked about that. I was like, it's pretty amazing that Armstead could find it and I can't.
Yeah, that's impressive, man.
But the reality is, like, I still don't believe Austen, and you might know this from being in the locker room. Like, so there's a couple of things for me. One is, like, guys used to say, like, oh, I don't read anything. Well, first of all, that's gone. And what I like about it is they at least admit it, that they do read it and see it, because it's impossible not to see it. But guys used to always say, yeah, I don't read it. Yeah, right. Like, they read it. I mean, from Tom Coughlin way back, who used to they get clippings every morning, and they probably use some of that stuff. And there's just no doubt that these guys are using as much. I mean, they might have used something from this show. Who knows? We don't know what they're showing. But they might be using anything that they can. So that my point is, they're not hiding the fact that they see it. And I appreciate that, first of all, because I always thought it was BS that they didn't see it, and they said that they didn't see it because, you know, they saw it. Now, what I will also say is I don't think everybody's sitting there searching their name and trying to find people saying negative stuff about them, but I do think whether your team, like, let's just take Armstead, he probably has a team of people, and then he also has family that sees it, and what they do is they send it. And what I always saw, like Blake Bortles kind of shed some light on that for me, because when he was going through it a little bit, I was like, man, how you holding up type of stuff. He's like, I'm fine. It's like, it's really my parents and everybody else like they get all this stuff and then they'll send it to me, and it's like, I don't really give a damn about it. Like, I'm not looking for it, but they send it to you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where the human part of it comes in. That's like, did you see this? So my point on that is I have no idea which day the hiccup was from in the post game, but I'm sure somebody had sent it to him. You know, at some point, a little save, knock away as an athlete, and use the chip. And listen, I mean, we had Dewey Wingard on the show last night. It's the ultimate chip guy. I mean, ultimate chip guy. And, you know, some people will say, like, they don't love what Dewey does sometimes and what he says. That's how he got here. Like, that's how he got to the point he got here, is by playing that chip. And in many respects, that's how this football team got to the place they got this year, by using some of that motivation. And have at it. I'm all good with it. And then you want to share the receipt after, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
you've earned it.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that a lot of guys in that locker room that have come through Jacksonville have been given the green light to kind of be themselves. Whether it's in post-game press conferences, whether it's on how they conduct themselves in social media. I think it marks a precedent of Liam Coen going, hey, you guys be you. Now, obviously, keep it within reason, but be you, and we can rally behind that. And I think that's what's happening here with this team this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit like even going out last night or 2 nights ago. I mean, Dewey was like, "Yeah, that stuff was real."
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw the interview with the girl.
You did? Yeah. So like that stuff's real, and but that's okay too. Like, go enjoy it. You know, and you're not locked in a room, man, and bubble. I mean,
well,
you would have been enjoying it.
Yeah, no, I would have been. The best part is walk a little in the background is my favorite part.
Yeah, he's smoking a cigar.
Dude's been through it. Yeah. Dude's playing guard, man. He learned a new position and everything. I get it. I probably would have been more the Walker Little type than the Trevor Lawrence type, man. But yeah, whether it's going to Waffle House and doing your thing there, whether it's going to some of the fine local drinking establishments at Jack's Beach, like, do you, man? Like you and. Some people may have problems with it because you think these guys are robots and it's 24/7 football and you're always watching film and everything. But I think some of the best players know how to balance it and they know how to decompress.
All right, here you go.
Yeah. All right, so this is from a fan. Yep.
Eric Armstead, welcome to the club. This is Hugh Douglas. This is Bryce Popp. This is Jerry Porter. This is Aaron Ross. Hi, Eric. Take a seat next to the guys who took the money to go on vacation in the Sunshine State. What is that? I mean, what are we doing? Eric Armstead.
What was his whatever, like the
caption?
The caption was actually very much more internal. It wasn't about everybody else, at least the way I understood it. Right? So, it was very much like, I don't know what it said. It was something. I don't know what it said, but it wasn't like screw everybody. Okay. It was just more like.
So it's just screenshots and then Dan Hicken, like screenshots on Twitter.
Most of it's screenshots of Twitter and then the one Dan one.
Hey man, whatever.
And then at the very end, he put a stat sheet on, and it says most playoff defensive sacks among active players, and he's third with 8 playoff sacks. It's Von Miller, Bosa, then him.
Yeah, the other
and that's
thing
what his caption had to deal with.
He put something like else like
back in the playoffs where I belong. That's where I do my best work, and lucky I broke my hand.
Yeah, he said lucky I broke my hand, which means he felt like he was playing really well until that point. Like he was having a very good season, which he was. He was right top 5 or 6, I think, in defensive tackle pressures and everything else.
So he's kind of, okay, whatever. Hey,
yeah, I don't think he's talking to the fans necessarily in that regard. I think that's a little bit hyping himself up.
It's funny, man.
Yeah. I think people, we do have the chat. I don't know why the chat's not showing up, but in the chat, Z Fortner says, bad move by Armstead. I don't agree with that. I don't understand why it's a bad move. Us win the division proves what? Still a bad signing, take shots at your own fan base. I mean, listen, I don't fully get that part of it. Like, I don't really think he's taking shots at the fan base. Like, he's kind of showing what motivated him. And I don't even know if he knows exactly where every tweet and everywhere else came from. But why shouldn't he fire back at something Hicks said there?
For sure. And listen, if this was last year, though, I think a lot of the fan base was frustrated with Eric Armstead last year. And granted, he was playing out of position. But let's call it what it was last year. And once again, and that's not necessarily Eric Armstead's fault playing out of position, maybe more Ryan Nielsen, but like it wasn't the best last year. But once again, like people shouldn't really care because if this is what it's taken for him to play at this level and this motivation, then so be it. Like take whatever you need. I'll say something. Clip my stuff. I don't care. Like
I think that's kind of how we've joked about it, right? I think that's what we have all said. It was like, okay, I think a couple weeks ago, this run defense is overrated.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
Take it.
Well, that's what NFL analysts are saying.
Yeah.
I forget that guy's name.
Yeah, I don't really know. I have seen that guy. You see that in the NFL Network.
I guess I've been missing out on this, man.
Well, like I will say this. Yesterday is a day, and this week a little bit, where I start to watch. I was watching Get Up. I said First Take in my tweet, but I was watching Get Up, and they had like 3, 4, 5 different things that were wrong. Like the Jags are on a 9-game win streak rather than 8-game win streak. Just stuff like that, where you can just tell they don't pay attention to the Jags. Sure. And then I guess on NFL Network, this guy was talking. He's like, "Oh, they're not very good against the run on defense." And it was like, "They're number 1 in the National Football League, dude."
Some would say that they are the best. This is on Good Morning Football.
This was a different show. I don't know. Daniel Jeremiah was on this show. I don't really know the other two guys that well.
Okay,
but I don't watch all their programming. I'm not saying nobody knows them. I'm just saying I don't watch them that much. But that's what you're going to get a little bit this week. But I also think you're going to get a lot of praise for this Jags football team. I think it's a likable football team. I think the Coen stuff has some pizzazz to it. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I do think, and I've said this ever since I got here, that I think Trevor Lawrence is a national guy. Like, he is a national guy. For these, like, they want to talk about Trevor. From Dan Orlovsky to you name it. They're going to want to talk about Trevor. They've been waiting for this kind of stuff to be able to talk about him.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's just, dude, I'm just wondering, is Action Sports Jax going to send Eric Armstead a cease and desist for stealing the video?
No, we would. No? We appreciate the love.
Oh, okay. I mean, we're
press
getting,
is good press.
We're getting threatened for showing one hockey highlight. I'm just wondering if you guys are going to reciprocate.
So.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just add it to Hick's resume, I guess.
Yeah.
The views and opinions of Dan Hicken do not represent Action Sports Jax.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That disclaimer always has to be out there.
Why is the chat looking like Brent's cell phone screen right now?
Wow, because
this is the YouTube
for some reason
chat.
The chat's not coming up, huh?
Yes, I just went straight to it.
All right, we'll have to see why that's going today. But we got people in the chat, so keep chatting. We'll bring you up to speed on it. Listen, whatever works is my point this time of year. I would. People are going to be critical. Everybody, I actually thought you might make it. When I first saw the thing, I was like, you might make it from last year, right?
Wait, from last year? You mean
from last year? If this was coming out of last year, I mean, you were pretty hard on Armstead.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
You know, I thought you might make the video.
I hope I was
like,
make
what's
it.
coming up next?
I don't care. Yeah.
No,
dude. Hopefully Trevor posts my video clip that Casey posted. Like, then I want my Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's.
If that's what it took,
I'm
a size 8.5, 9 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Man. Hey, this is the stuff you get. This has been already a wild week, and now they turn to the Buffalo Bills. You know, the Bills. I did a show yesterday with some folks up in Buffalo, and it's really interesting to see. And I just talked to my buddy. He's like, "Yeah, the Bills aren't that great this year." And even up in Buffalo, I think this group was in Rochester, but obviously covers the Bills. And they're like, "Yeah, you know, it's kind of like it doesn't feel great around the Bills, and this rushing defense is terrible." You know,
yes,
really, they are like 31st. Their passing defense, surprisingly, is like number 1.
Because teams run nonstop.
Because they run on them, yeah. And they also play like the Jets and the Dolphins twice.
True.
That might help, too.
Yeah.
But the bottom line for me, Austin, is, and I said this yesterday, I think people are sleeping on this Bills team a little bit. And I don't know how you sleep on them. They got Josh Allen. They've been very good. But I think everybody's comping them to what they've been. Is this the best edition of the Bills over the last handful of years? Absolutely not.
Nope.
No way. But I also think this is a very capable team, specifically in this year, in this kind of tournament, because it's so wide open. And I continue to say he's the most dangerous player in this playoffs in Josh Allen. And so, yeah, they scare me. I don't love this matchup, but I wouldn't have loved the Houston matchup any more than I just told my buddy this, and he couldn't believe it. I was like, I'd rather play the Patriots than the Bills. And I know a lot of people don't buy that, but I'm still like not this huge Patriots believer. I think they also have a lot of youth going into this postseason. They haven't been there before. I think it means a lot when you've got a guy that's been there 5 times in Josh Allen and McDermott and the whole team. They know what this time of year is like. And now the only thing about Josh Allen, he hasn't won on the road, which is kind of crazy in this in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the one thing that the Bills have going for them, obviously a big advantage over the Jaguars, is the playoff experience. There's a lot of guys on this roster right now for the Jaguars that are starting that don't have a lot of playoff experience. Essentially, everybody on the Bills, set aside from the rookies, you have a lot of playoff experience, right? So that means something. Keep in mind, you're talking about a first-year coach, or this is his first time going through the playoffs now. Sean McDermott's been there a couple times. He knows what he's doing. So, yeah, I mean, like, listen, this is the playoffs. Like, you can't take any team lightly, and it's probably going to be a back-and-forth matchup. But at least on paper, and we'll see how the game shakes out, but I think on paper, you like what the Jacksonville Jaguars are bringing to the table.
Well, that's what I continue to say. It's like you can play the paper game. I don't care who the Jags are playing. They're playing so well right now, and you feel good about them. And as much as you want to talk about Josh Allen, it's almost hard to say this again. I'm just like repeating my conversation from 20 minutes ago with my buddy, but it's like it's weird to say it, but our guy might be better than their guy at the quarterback spot.
Yeah, that was the conversation we had yesterday. Like, he's playing more confidently.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Josh Allen's a very confident player, but yeah, the whole vibe and the actual play. I mean, and the health. I mean, the bottom line is there's some health issues, right, with Josh Allen. But when this guy, this is what everybody got excited about in 2021 with Trevor Lawrence, because when this guy plays to his potential, and we've seen all these gifts really on display the last 2 months. Well, when he plays like that, he is as good as anybody. He's as gifted as anybody. And quite frankly, some would argue coming out of school, he was a more gifted, well, I don't think anybody would argue, he was a more gifted player than Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen has certainly turned into one hell of a quarterback. But I don't think that's necessarily a disadvantaged spot anymore going into this postseason. I think you might even, at the very least, you're saying, I'll take my guy against your guy in every matchup. And the way he is playing right now, some people might even give the edge a little bit to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think it's a split. I think they cancel each other out. And, you know, both that play in the playoffs, obviously Josh Allen has a lot more experience. But like you just said, I mean, when it comes to being on the road, he's not as good. So, yeah, I think – I think 99% of the country, and I have to think about it, like if you're going to pick one quarterback to lead your franchise in the playoffs, I still think they go Josh Allen over Trevor Lawrence.
I would agree with that.
Right? Just, I mean, it is what it is.
And
now,
for good
talk
reason.
to us next. Yeah, but and then to talk to us next year and see how it goes from there. But I think set aside from being on the same plane, like, yeah, I think the Jaguars have a lot of advantage at a lot of positions on that field that is going to help them.
Yeah, I do. I think from a complete team standpoint, there are a lot of other ones. And if you can be neutral even at that quarterback position, both guys going to make plays. Dewey Wingard said this to us yesterday because he knows Josh Allen very well, played with him in college. And he's like, listen, he's going to make plays. Like, you know he's going to make plays going in. You've got to minimize him a little bit. So I think when you start there and you're already like, hey, we don't have to shut him down. It doesn't have to be like a 9 for 25 performance with 2 picks and no touchdowns. That's ridiculous. That's not going to happen. It's what I say about James Cook and what I've said about Jonathan Taylor in those kind of games. I think the big thing about James Cook is it's not really does he have 100 yards. Like, to me, if he has 100 yards, fine. But he can't have 150 and 2 touchdowns. You know, he can't have that kind of game that where he is dominating the flow of the game. And then now you've got this 2-headed monster with him and Josh Allen that you just can't stop. So I think that you just contain and don't let him have a day against you is really the big thing.
No, for sure. Don't let him have a day. And, you know, I broke this down a little bit last night. I mean, if you want to look at things that scare you about the Buffalo Bills, and you can put Josh Allen in that conversation, even though we'll see how healthy he is and everything, and he hasn't played his best season this year. But the thing that does scare me is if you look at where the Jacksonville Jaguars got curb stomped, and to me it only happened one time this year, it's against the Rams. And the Buffalo Bills use a lot of personnel and a lot of formations that the Rams can use. When everyone's healthy, when Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid are both in the game, they love going 12 personnel at almost like 30% a clip. And, you know, that's one of the higher end usages in the NFL. Like you have like the Browns and the Raiders go like 50% clip with 12%, and how that worked for or 12 personnel, how that worked for them. But when you look at how the Bills can beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I get the Jaguars are a much different team from when they played in London.
Yeah.
But that to me is what scares me a little bit. Is that are they going to try out the exact same thing? Threaten the run, because even when the Rams played in London, like you're afraid of Kyron Williams and everything, and they were kind of an afterthought when the game was over. Are they going to trot out that 12 personnel, that 13 personnel, and kind of blow through that zone coverage? That's probably what scares me even more than James Cook running the football.
Yeah, and the zone coverage beater is Josh Allen. I think I saw some numbers where he's very good at it. His numbers are really good. I think he's pretty good at almost anything, because the bottom line is if you play man, you turn your back, he'll just go run for 100 yards too.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot on the table, obviously, defensively for Campanile, and we're going to talk about Campanile a little bit later. He's been very good. I think you just brought up a very good point. There are two things going on right now for the Jags that weren't going on against the Rams. One, their offense is playing at an extremely high level, and it did not in that game. Now, I always say that offense actually moved the ball very well, but then ran into like a roadblock on every drive. That's why they only scored 7 points. They turned it over 3 times on downs, if I remember, in LA's territory. So obviously the offense is better than it was in London, but the defense is really better. The defense ran through a little bit of a spell there when they couldn't stop Jackson Smith and Jigba. Then the Rams had their way. Then they also gave up 29 to the Raiders, and then they had the fourth quarter disaster against Houston. Well, since then, the defense has been very, very good. And outside of an overtime game against Arizona, hasn't allowed 20 points in a football game, or more than 20 points in a football game. So we are seeing a different team, an adjusted team that's got them on an 8-game win streak. And but it's a great comp to go back to that point, because those guys are going to do it.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I see everyone say, "Well, it was just Devontae Adams at the 1 yard line." I'm not. And that's not even my point. It's more of Terrence Ferguson when he had that long catch for a touchdown. It's more of Colby Parkinson at the tight end position, because I hate to tell you, I'm taking Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox over those two guys at the tight end position.
The Rams could have scored 50 in that game.
That's what scares me.
The Rams basically knelt on the ball for like most of the second half. And then when it looked like the Jags might get back in it, they said, okay, we got to go score again. I mean, that was a bad game. That was a really bad game.
And once again, if it's going to be on the 1 or, inside the 5 yard line on the red zone, I'm not worried about Khalil Shakur, but I am worried about their tight ends. And I'm also worried about the mobility of Josh Allen and his ability to break a tackle to get in the end zone. So, yeah, that's what I worry about.
I think the beauty of this football game, again, as we continue to break it down, probably say it a million times this week, is there's plenty of reason to be confident in the Jacksonville Jaguars. There's also plenty of reason to be worried about the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion. I think it sets up for a fantastic game. I think we might look up at the end of the weekend. It might be the best game of the weekend. Played at 1 o'clock on Sunday here in Jacksonville on CBS 47. Let's take a break. Got a lot to get to today. Obviously, more on this football game and how these teams do match up. We'll hear from Dewey Wingard. If you missed any of it last night, had a very interesting comment about Trevor Lawrence, in our opinion. So that will be up in just a bit. We'll tease our Anthony Campanile and Grant Udinski sit-down, which will be played tonight, 7:30 on Fox 30. Chase for the championship. We'll actually do the whole thing for you probably tomorrow here on the show. But we'll give you a little bit of a taste of that interview. We enjoyed the coordinators here in Jacksonville. A little bit of college football, because DJ Lagway's story is interesting. He goes and visits Tallahassee. How does that sit with Gator fans? Does it matter? Are you like, who cares if he goes to Florida State? Or like I said last night, does it feel a little bit like Wade Boggs and Roger Clemens going to the Yankees? It's like, wait, you're not supposed to go over there. Or does that even matter anymore in college football? I'm still waiting for the coach to do that, right? Like where you get Urban Meyer to go, coach Florida State. Well, which is not going to happen, but someday does something like that happen. Ryan Day ends up at Michigan. Can you imagine when that happens? Woo. Yeah. Black Monday has opened up some coaching jobs around the league. Any of them good? Talk about it. A lot to get to. Brent and Austen Show. Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network on a Tuesday. Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Heard this guy played in the NFL.
I think he's an MMA fighter. I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man. It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleIcemen.com.
Welcome Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Oh, this is Everbank.
It's a live look.
Everbank. Is my mic on?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I must have turned myself down.
Way zoomed in.
Yeah, that is way zoomed in. I'm assuming they're putting AFC playoffs there.
I would assume so.
Something like that. Yeah.
This is video from yesterday.
Oh, okay. Not as well zoomed in. And a little more clear.
Oh, they got to update the
logo,
the new logo too.
So the last
I
one you
wish they
just
could
showed.
put Prowlers,
Oh yeah,
man.
see down to the 20s and 30s. They must be putting like AFC playoffs there or something like that. Somebody said that they could do the Prowlers.
Then do it.
Like there's a rule in the first round that you can do. Alternate.
Then do it. Do it right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I guess I could try to find out.
Don't you feel like if it was true, they would keep the Prowlers?
I feel like they would
feel
do
like
it
they've been playing pretty well with the Prowlers on.
Yeah, because the players love it, and Baselli loves it, and everybody else. So like I would think.
Yeah.
No, I think they do that on Wednesday. They'll usually reveal what uniform they're wearing. So, by the way, speaking of the stadium, tickets now.
Man, they jumped.
Tickets are flying.
Oh, yeah.
They soared yesterday.
They went from, I think at one time it was like standing room only stuff was $190.
Yes.
Then it was like $210 or something. I think last I checked or somebody told me it was $290. So it's just, which obviously they're going up because they're going, they're a limited available. I should have got more, I guess.
Seriously.
Because I actually I get people asking all the time. I can't really do anything. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Like that's not. And it's pretty wild to see. Like next year's going to be very interesting. This is a good football team we think that's going to play next year, and there's only 43,000 seats.
I know.
So hypothetically, if we were in this situation next year,
my gosh!
I mean, how much are those tickets going
Holy
to
cow,
be?
yeah, those tickets would be. You told us yesterday, right? The Jags tickets are second most right now.
Yes, behind Philly and Green Bay and Chicago.
Wow. And what was the number? Do you remember, or what it is now, or if it's changed?
So on ESPN, the lowest it showed actual ticket for the Jags was $315, and Chicago was $415. Now I'm looking at Ticketmaster, and I'm seeing tickets for $282
on Jags.
For the Jags?
Jags.
Okay.
Jags. Yes. Section 442's got looks like quite a handful of tickets for
but are those like
$282.
resale?
For $280, that would probably be resale.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually surprised it'd be that low at resale.
Well, yeah, but like if you bought them from the get-go, you paid a little
Oh, you
less.
probably paid like $100, $100, 110.
Yeah.
So you're making.
So you're
that's
trying to
a
make
good
a little
point.
bit.
Yeah, my buddies bought immediately on Sunday night for I think $240 for like the first row in the 400s.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's gonna
we'll be in the end zone. Yeah,
yeah,
we're in the hundreds, but end zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody said we're in section 203, and Steph said because we actually have some folks coming down that are Jags fans and wanted to come down, and they wanted to see what it was to sit right behind us. And I think in section 203, like we've got a couple of season tickets, and I think they're. Ty asks me all the time what they are, and I really don't even know. I think they're like for the playoffs, like $122
because
each.
you got the season tickets.
Because we have season tickets, and then you can opt in,
Right.
and so you opt in. The seats right behind us are now $600 and change. Like you can see why people sell them, right? I mean, that's a heck of a markup, but
yeah, I'm seeing $585 and $203 right now.
Yeah, I mean that's like,
There's
hey, you can pay for
$670.
your seats next
Next
year,
year, seriously.
right?
Yeah.
Like so, you kind of get it. I mean, and Ben, if you're like been through a lot, and then you just hope that they don't sell it to Bills fans, right? And most Bills fans, I mean, I guess they would pay that. Was this a real thing? And you're gonna laugh at me if it's not a real. Did you see it?
The private jet?
Is that real?
I don't know.
I didn't know if that was real either. There was like a charter jet for Bills fans. but I have no idea if that was a real thing.
How much is that costing you?
They said it was like $750 round trip with a ticket. And I don't know if that's real or
ticket
not.
To the game?
Yeah.
Probably not real. For a charter jet?
Well, I don't.
Round trip and a ticket to the game, $750.
Well, I mean, you got. However,
and
it's not like it's not like
but-
an 8-person. I think it was like a bigger plane, right?
Yeah.
Like it probably, but it was like from a fan group, so maybe it's a sponsored thing where they get it to go. You know what I mean? They might do something all the time, so that keeps the pricing down.
Maybe they know somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been. It kind of felt like it was fake to me, but also like, why would that be? Why would that be a thing?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
I don't know.
I mean, it says a large jet, a charter, usually costs around $6,000 to $13,000 per flight hour. I don't know how long that would be from Buffalo to Jacksonville.
I think it said coming in Saturday and leaving Monday.
Well, yeah, but they're talking about flying time. So it'd
talking
be like
about flying. Yeah.
you're probably talking about something that's $100,000 to do there and back.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have 50 seats on it,
That's less than $50,000 though.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so maybe there's a big sponsor though that does it, right? I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
Who knows, man?
It might. It didn't seem like it's funny you saw it because I was like, I don't even know where I saw it. I was like, I don't really feel like this is real, but I also wouldn't surprise me with Buffalo fans. You know?
Yeah.
Like Buffalo fans are good.
Don't they take buses?
They've done the bus
buses
thing
last time.
And I think a lot of people are afraid of not necessarily the Buffalo fans coming down from Buffalo. It's more the Buffalo fans that live in this area, right? That live in Florida that have migrated to
a lot of them.
Pensacola and Sarasota, right? And
Yeah.
and Palm Coast. Heck, we got enough of them that live around here,
Seriously.
For sure.
right? So, I mean, there are big watch parties. I think Players Grill is already like the Buffalo bar
Right.
or something, and that's going to be packed with Buffalo people.
To
And
egg some cars. Cool.
yeah, people have like a certain way about them when that stuff is, but that happens in every city. I heard actually the scene, and there were some folks we know, and I didn't see the pictures. I was going to try to get the pictures. Maybe I'll do that. That they were in New York City at a bar, and it's like a 3-floor bar. I don't know what the name of it was, and full of Jags fans Sunday. And it was like Duval's ringing everywhere. And a packed place in New York City watching the Jags. Now, again, that's not in the opposing city's, town or place, but we've been to Nashville. Nashville, Bold City Brigade goes, and they got a bar there. That's part of doing business, man. It's good for business.
Cool.
So, anyway, I think the ticket stuff is real, though. Like those prices are pretty expensive, and obviously, I think Jags fans are really fired up for it. And going to show up for it, and I think we'll be intrigued by how many Bills fans are actually there. But I will wager that it's less than 2017. I think that will be the case.
Okay.
I think there's a confidence of a Bills fan now too. Like, hey, I'm gonna go beat Jacksonville. Let's go save up for New England.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
And then you can bus over to New England or whatever else. Well, not really. It's like an 8-hour drive, but from Buffalo to Foxborough. So Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, and Jason Hamby, the Jaguars and the Bills. This is such a fun matchup. We say, you know what? Where do you put the coaching part of this? Because Liam Coen is good enough to be Coach of the Year. We are raving about what this coaching staff has done. But I will tell you, when you get big matchups, I said this before the Denver game too, that I think the experience, you give them the nod. Right? I mean, McDermott now has been through this thing. Joe Brady and company, like they've been through this. You mentioned the football experience on the field of the team that's been through big playoff games and primetime games and all this stuff. It's a little bit new territory for many Jags, including their coaching staff. Do you look at that as a disadvantage, or are these guys so good because what they have the pulse of this team that's so tied in, and then Cohen has been so much in his bag, and Campanelli's been so much in his bag that there is no disadvantage?
I mean, I don't think any team's necessarily at a disadvantage with coaching because, like I said many times, I think Liam Coen is the coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So whether it's his first year or his 5th, 10th year, like I think he's found success for a reason. So, like, I don't think it's a disadvantage, but when you have experience, when you played in a lot of playoff games, when you coached in a lot of playoff games, like, obviously that has to mean something. Like, experience goes a long way in any kind of profession. So I don't think the Jaguars are at a disadvantage per se, but once again, like I said to open the show, like I think you give the advantage bump to Buffalo just because their coaches and a bunch of their players have been here before. Not necessarily playing in Jacksonville for the playoffs, but they've been in the postseason before.
We've talked so much about Coen, but I guess the one thing we really haven't said a lot of, I think the numbers and the way this offense has looked speaks for itself. But how impressed have you been with him as an actual play caller? We've been very impressed with him as a coach, and I think that's where I take it from. Pushing all the right buttons, the messages, you're going to play up that 1-point underdog, all those things. We know that's happening. And like I said, he's got a terrific pulse of this team. What they've been able to do from a relational standpoint in that building is real, and they're very connected. But when you get on the sideline on a Sunday, I think that's where he's very good too. And, I mean, is he as good as they come right now at calling plays and having a feel for a game and his team and being locked in and maybe even changing his plans to take advantage of whatever the defense gives him?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime that you coach a team where on any given Sunday – a different wide receiver can be the leading receiver, can be the fantasy point go-getter. I think on any given Sunday where you can win by running the football or with your quarterback's arm, I think that's the sign of a coach who puts his ego aside and tries to put his team in the best position to win and takes what the defense gives them. So I think the play calling has been fantastic, and I think you're going to see some wrinkles in this Bills game. Like if I was going to make a bet of how the Jaguars come out, we talked about, and this was with, I think, the Chargers. I remember me and Hamby broke this down where he was talking about the split zone and everything, and they kind of put Khalil Mack on notice a little bit. They have run a lot split zone, but they haven't ran a lot of two tight end formations, even though Morris has showed that he's more than capable of not only being a good receiver, but also a great run blocker. I wonder if they try to buck the trend now, because if I'm the Bills and I'm looking at what the Jaguars do well, it's a lot of 11 personnel. It's splitting Brenton Strange out now. Like they're moving Brenton Strange all around. Like, if you watch the past couple of weeks, he's not in the line of scrimmage anymore, just as a blocking tight end. Now he's in the slot. Now he's like in an X position sometimes on the outside. Like this guy's everywhere. I wonder if that's a little gamesmanship from Liam Coen saying, all right, try to follow Brenton Strange. He's our new guy. And all of a sudden they buck the trend. They go, here's two tight end formations, try to stop this.
It's great you bring that up. I think he might be an X factor in this game, how they use him. And also when I think of the Jags being physical and in the playoff ramp up of physicality, I think of him. I think a lot of it emanates from him because he can knock people in the next week. He's got the pissiness about him. I think of Liam Coen. I think of Brenton Strange, and I think how they use him in this football game could be an extreme X factor. Will be the most important player on the field? I think that's hard to say, but I think he will be a very big factor in this game, and they did showcase him a bunch in the passing game last week, specifically on the one drive.
And they even said that the touchdown to Quentin Morris was supposed to
cool.
Go with to Brenton Strange.
Yeah,
just a
did you see that?
thing.
Yeah. He took himself out of the game and wanted Morris to get it. That's a 24-year-old guy thinking that way. That's pretty cool.
Well, and once again, I mean, that was really cool, but also that's kind of the genius of Liam Coen, because literally a couple plays before that, it was split zone. Pretty much the same formation. Now, instead of running the split zone, which the defense thought it was going to be, they go right up the field. Yep. He just bypasses the defensive end. Defensive end's left on an island wondering, what am I doing? And Morris is wide open for the touchdown. So once again, it's great play design, and it's essentially like you're fighting, right? Where you keep throwing the same punch, you keep throwing the jab, you feint the jab like it's going to be the same thing, and you come across, with like the cross or the overhand, and that's exactly what that play was to Morris.
Hamby, you love this stuff as well, and now this is where we're at in the season. You take a deep dive. We've got so many examples of what Liam Coen has done, but I think it's I told the folks up in Rochester yesterday when I was on with them, I think it's a bit of a mystery what he's going to do. Is he going to try to attack the pass and put the ball in Trevor's hands because he's got the hot hand, or is he going to be disciplined and say, you guys aren't very good at stopping the run, and we can run the football, and it's time to be physical and turn it into the Chargers game a little bit? I think that's a great example of trying to impose will, at least in the early going. Like, I'd almost be surprised if the first two plays aren't a handoff to Travis Etienne now.
Yeah, well, that
you would be surprised if it wasn't.
Like, I think they're going to lean. I think they're going to say, we're going to go run it at you today.
I can see them going 2 tight end formations, purveying that, and then going play action off it too. Yeah. But here's what I think with Liam Coen. I don't think it's that complicated. I mean, the schemes, the pre-snap motions, just by the way, Buffalo has problems with, especially in the run game, with the pre-snap motions. But all that, that's the window dressing. But I think how Liam Coen approaches a game plan, it's simple. Okay, we're playing Tennessee Titans. Well, they're not that good through there. Let's beat them through there. We're playing the Buffalo Bills. Well, let's look at when they've lost, and they gotten beaten pretty handily, by the Patriots. The Patriots had almost what do they have? 200 yards on them when the Patriots beat them? I think it was.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was. No, I'm sorry. It was. It might have been 200 yards. Yeah, it was 246 yards rushing.
Up in Buffalo?
Yeah.
In that
game?
When
the Patriots. Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson, both of them.
Exactly. So, it's one of those things where you beat them through the ground.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be. And I think Liam Coen knows that. And until the Bills stop and they give you reason not to run the football anymore, why wouldn't you try to run the football?
What do you think they're going to do, Hamby?
I don't know. I think there's something to, we talked a lot about it yesterday. The identity of the Jags football team in the first half of the season was just running the football. And then now they've completely flipped it on its head where they're pass first.
It's not just the first half of the season. Sorry to interrupt. I mean, it goes all the way until basically probably
6 weeks ago.
It's through the Houston game.
Yeah.
And it's really even, it's through the Chargers game when they were in 47 times.
Right. So, I mean, but they have flipped it. And do you go back and revert back to that, even though ETN has been, getting 12 carries a game for 40 yards recently? And I don't know. It depends on your confidence level in guys like Walker Little running in run scheme. I think that's what it comes down to, genuinely, is, okay, well, Walker Little's, we haven't had any problems in pass pro, and maybe McCarry did a little bit. But is Walker Little getting everything in the run game? If not, we're going to keep throwing the football. We're going to rely on what is our strength right now. And if the answer is 100% pass, then keep passing. Because it's not like the Bills' pass defense is something special.
Well, you might sound like the NFL Network guy, though, a little bit now because they're number one in pass defense.
How are they number one in pass defense?
I don't know, but I'm just telling you they're number one in pass defense.
In what? Yards allowed or
I think it might have been yards. But listen, Austin's bringing a good point that people ran the ball on them, right? So they're not trying to throw it. Unlike the Jags. See, I actually have said that about the Jags' rush defense, and I'm not taking away. It is good. They've done a great job against Jonathan Taylor and other backs. But I think there's a little bit, let's pull back the curtain on the Jags rush defense. And, well, Christian McCaffrey wasn't trying to run the football on you. They had him use him out of the backfield. San Francisco's not even good running the ball this year. The Jags didn't face a lot of big running attacks in general. When Herbert and the Chargers came to town, they were on their fourth back or something like that. So, and people wanted to pass against the Jags. They thought that was the way to beat them, especially in that stretch with Stafford, the Raiders. Even Geno Smith dropped back on every pass and didn't give it to Genti.
Yeah.
So, again, hats off to the Jags because they did it when they needed to do it. They didn't allow a 75-yard-plus rusher. So I got to say the same thing about the Bills. I understand that people aren't maybe trying to attack them, but the stats and stuff say they're better against the pass and, well, number one, at least statistically against the pass. I think the bigger story with Buffalo is their defense over the last month is way better than it was. And so I think be careful to look at the big picture. They're playing better in general, even against the run, than they were playing most of the year.
Yeah, but they got 160 to the Browns, and I'm not sold on the Browns. I mean, I get Judkins, I think, was still healthy, but, I don't think the Browns are that great at running the football. If you go look at what the Bills have given up on the ground, 238 to the Ravens, and this is back when Derrick Henry, this is the first game of the season.
Okay.
And we didn't really know what Derrick Henry was going to be, and now Derrick Henry, a lot of touchdowns and everything, but he went through a couple weeks where he didn't look like the guy, especially from the football. They gave up 100 yards rushing to the Jets, 130 to the Dolphins, 189 to the Saints, 210 to the Falcons. Have the Jaguars even given up 100 yards all season on the ground against the team?
No, they have.
Okay.
Not to a single rusher.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
114 against the Panthers, 197 again against the Dolphins, 202 against the Buccaneers, 108 against the Texans, who I'm not sure who's even running the football for them.
Give us the calendar date on the Texans one. What's it?
November 20th.
Okay. So I think let's see what the numbers say after this day. Because
Okay.
I think it starts to get better.
Okay. Okay. So then we go.
Had a great game against Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh only 58. Then you had Cincinnati 62. New England 246.
Okay. So a big one.
Cleveland 160. Philly 82. And then the Jets 69.
And in the Bengals game, they only gave up, 60 or whatever you said, but they still gave up 34 points.
But keep in mind, the Bengals game, remember the weather of that game?
I get it.
Well, yeah, they were, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, we can say they did against the Bengals.
The more the snow, the more you throw, or whatever that
Yeah,
crap
they weren't
was
going to run the
I'd never
football
heard
in
of.
that weather. Like, it was all pass all day.
Yeah.
We talked about that, right? I didn't.
Yeah.
I had never heard of that before.
Yeah. Well, they proved it.
They did.
Yeah,
Threw it all over the yard.
I was taken back.
I actually think that makes sense because you got guys in space,
Right,
and your offensive guy knows where he's going. The defensive guy's on skates, right?
Yeah, he's a step
So, listen,
and Hairston's out.
Here's the other thing I would say about this is what you love about this Jags team. First of all, I don't really think, knock on wood, that Liam Coen has had a very bad game this year play calling. I think they were very clunky early on in the season. They couldn't line up. I don't think that's necessarily his problem of a play call. Now, he pared it down and made it easier at the bye so they could line up. But the point is, you don't know if that's a bad play call.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad play call, but it might be a bad feel for your team if it's not just
took him
one
a little
player.
bit to feel it out.
Yeah, it's not just one player. I mean, a lot of players were getting the pre-snap penalties.
That's fair. And it took him a little bit to learn that, okay, this isn't getting better.
Sure.
And then he adjusted. But my point is, I don't really feel like we're sitting here questioning, like, why is he calling that? Why is he calling? Now, there are plays. I mean, I did it. I thought actually last week against Indianapolis was one of his worst coached games. Or maybe the only one that sticks out to me is like, okay, that was not a very well coached game. There are too many of these moments. Like I didn't love the whole sequence of the going for it, the timeout, and then the play call from a yard and a half, a quarterback sneak. So there are those moments, but I mean, golly, there's a bunch of this stuff throughout the year. You're going to have criticism somewhere along the way. So my point is, there's really a lot of confidence in Liam Coen to be able to dial up the right stuff. The other thing that I think is really cool is that it feels like the Jags can win a chess match. And that's what's fun about this conversation for me, is like I have confidence that even though we can sit here and say, hey, I think they're going to keep it in Trevor's hands, or, oh, no, I think this is going to turn this into the Chargers game. I think he's going to find the right one, and it's going to work. And that's a cool thing. Like, I just feel like they're going to win the chess match, and I kind of feel like they're going to win the chess match on defense, too, right now. I think Campanile has really figured stuff out to the point where he knows how to attack a defense and keep them in limbo. Offense and keep them in limbo. So, like I said, I mean, we're talking about Trevor Lawrence on a heater. I kind of feel like Campanile and Liam Coen are on a hell of a heater, too.
For sure.
Which is just good stuff, which gives you hope that there can be an advantage. I think really the whole disadvantage part of this, and I think it's fair to bring up, when you're new to this, and not new to the NFL, they've been around it, but when you're new to this part of it, is how do you get your team, like it's really this week, it's the next few days, where you can get your team from, hey, guys, go enjoy this. You just won. Take a breath, but don't exhale too much.
Right.
And then get back in the building. And I know they've been saying that they've been doing this week in, week out, and they have, to stay ahead of Houston and win the division. They've done an admirable job of all that. They've handled every situation well. So I have confidence that they'll do this too. But this is a different animal. I mean, the playoffs are a different animal. And so I think that's just the curiosity. Can they handle that next thing? I thought it was just as curious as could they handle the Tennessee Titans in Nashville before the big showdown against Indianapolis? Could they handle Indianapolis with Phillip Rivers after taking a breath after beating Denver? They've handled all those things overall very well. Yeah. So I have confidence that they'll handle this one too. I'm just telling you, it is a different deal. And when you haven't been there before, your team hasn't been there before, you guys as coaches haven't been there before, how do you handle it? And we won't see that. That won't play out in front of us, but it will play out on Sunday afternoon in some way, shape, or form, and we'll know. And it's the beauty of this football team. And anytime you talk to anybody in the building, what I think they really love and appreciate about this football team, and I kind of think you should, the fans should, is that you never wonder if they're going to show up. They are going to show up. They are going to play hard. They are going to play physical. And that's a hell of a thing to hang your hat on. So, and by the way, they know what's at stake. So, I mean, I would think they're really going to show up this time around here in Jacksonville. But I expect the Bills to do the same here on Sunday in Jacksonville. Let's take a break. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Isn't it so nice to not have to deal with coaching changes, GM changes, what's Shad going to do? Well, people around the league have to deal with that, including in the division. I think Tennessee becomes very interesting here because the Jags are so far ahead of Tennessee right now, and they stay ahead. Indianapolis sticking with their group. I think that's a blessing for the Jags. I don't think that group is doing much. I think they should turn the page in Indy. They're not. Is that the right move? What about the rest of the league as we try to look ahead a little bit after this hell of a regular season to say, are the Jags here to stay? Are they a team that's going to be a part of this thing now for years to come? Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Hey, right after this show, 1 o'clock, Club 904 with Mia O'Brien. 2 o'clock, Talent Talk. It's back with the UNF Ospreys. Ospreys play a couple home games this week, Thursday and Saturday in men's basketball. They really got to start getting on the winning track. They've had a tough schedule to start, even in conference play. Admirable effort over the weekend, but it's time to win some basketball games. We'll have Bobby Kennan on the show. Oh, this is great. I love this. I love the graphics and the creativity. Very good. People are so creative, man. Probably whip this thing up in 2 seconds, right? You think this one's Chat GPT?
Of course, man. It's AI. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that was done so fast, probably.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, we have what you need.
Get a Moto Guzzi Stone Corsa for just $235 a month, or a Triumph Trident for as low as $207 a month, or the popular Honda Rebel 1100 DCT starting at a low $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from all of our great brands, only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day. Just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I wanted to play in the NFL.
That's it. Back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass. Say he doesn't make a tackle, you still feel like his presence is felt in every single play.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep, can't eat.
eating.
See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $4 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
What a throw! Touchdown!
down Jaguars.
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval!
ETN is going to take it all the way.
Right here on CBS 47. CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandalwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Black Monday.
Yeah.
Most surprising.
Carroll? I know everybody else thought that was expected.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't been paying attention, to teams like that. I mean, why would we?
Yep.
I thought he was going to get another year just because of who he is.
Yeah.
Stefanski's been on the ropes for so long, for years. But the thing about that one is everybody around the league believes that he's a great coach.
Well, he's won Coach of the Year twice, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Also, shout out to ChatGPT for making the Raiders a band leader and the Falcons a xenomorph chameleon. But I would definitely say it's Morris just because it felt like towards the end the Falcons may have found something. Right. Beating the Rams and everything, and it seemed like his players really responded well for him. And then it's kind of awkward too because after their last game you see him, kind of having a great moment with the GM and the owner and everything, and then a couple hours later we'll see you later.
Right.
Okay.
No surprise that firing your gun has got canned.
No, I can't believe he didn't get fired sooner. Honestly,
the bus home.
You can't push players like that.
I forgot about that.
How could you forget? That thing's been that's one of the biggest images that have been tattooed in my head this year.
Yeah, that was
him
nuts.
Just pushing the dude.
That?
I can't remember who he pushed.
I saw Kyler put something out on Twitter last night saying that he loved going to war with a guy.
Really?
Which I was a little bit surprised to see. It seemed like a lot of people actually liked him, the players.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
To us, I know him from that one clip. It's my favorite clip on the internet.
Of course.
Where he looks like the cringiest coach in all of coaching history.
Yeah. But see, that's the same thing with the Nick Sirianni effect. Us on the outside think Sirianni's just this pompous,
a doofus,
cocky. There we go, a doofus.
I mean,
if you will, yeah. But Saquon Barkley said it himself. We always hated playing against him. We didn't really have a lot of respect for him in New York. But playing for him now, it's kind of opened his eyes to just how much of a great guy he is and how much his players love playing for him. So,
yeah. The rap on Raheem Morris to get a note on all these guys is that he was kind of in over his head. That's at least what I've gathered from Atlanta fans that I know, and that fan base is that he kind of just didn't really coach a lot of the time, where he kind of just let his assistants do whatever they wanted to do, and in game especially, he didn't have a great feel for time management, situational awareness, anything.
Hamby, say you're this up and coming. We'll say you're a coordinator in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You're a hot name right now. Everyone's buzzing about you.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the jobs that are open right now in the NFL that you're interviewing for, which one do you have your heart set on to say, I want to go coach here? And the options, we got the Cardinals, we got the Giants, we got the Raiders, we got the Falcons, and who's the other one? I missed one?
Did you say Titans?
Titans, thank you. Titans. There's 5 of them open?
6.
I missed another one then.
We have the Titans and the so we have these 4 and the Titans
and then the Giants.
And the Giants.
Okay. Yep. Out of those 4, out of those 6, correction. Right. Which one do you have your eye on?
Yeah, I think well, let me do process of elimination. Help myself out here.
Let's do it.
It wouldn't be Arizona.
Why?
Because I don't know what the future is, especially at the quarterback position.
Sure.
It certainly would not be the Browns because I feel like
factory of sadness.
Deshaun will crush everything for the next couple of years.
Okay.
Vegas.
Yeah.
The number 1 overall pick is certainly intriguing.
And I think you have some salary cap open, too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they have got $100 million.
Okay.
That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
I don't want to work for Davis. 3 coaches in 4 years?
Yeah.
It just seems like that's an ownership issue. I don't know if I want Brady breathing down my neck.
Well, and especially, too, because you talk about how that season ended for them and arguably their best player on their team next to Brock Bowers. Max Crosby's pissed off right now, I think, to be a Las Vegas Raider. So I wouldn't want to come into that situation because it's like I always say, it's one thing for a fan base to want to try to tank, but then when the team tries to tank and it's obvious and Max Crosby's not playing and he's mad about it, that's a different precedent. So,
yeah.
Okay. So then Raiders are out. I get that, even though they have a lot of money in the first pick overall.
And the first overall pick, so those are the first 3 are out.
Okay.
I think I would go Giants
first.
1.
Okay. I agree with you, by the way. I would take the Giants first. I think Jackson Dart is going to be your quarterback. I think Malik Neighbors coming back. Now, salary cap, you don't have a lot to work with.
But you have a decent defense. You got a good defense.
I'll take one of the I'll say one of the best defensive lines in the NFL.
Yeah. So I would, and then I would go Falcons 2. And I know that there's some quarterback uncertainty there, just like there is in Arizona.
Yeah, you just roll out Kirk Cousins and call it a day, wouldn't you?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I get to team it with Kirk, and I've got I've got the best skill players, perhaps in the NFC. I mean, Bijan and Drake London you can't really beat that as far as a running back receiver.
Well, Detroit will beat it.
Tandem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's good.
Especially for an available team. Yeah. And I get to go watch Braves games in the offseason. So I'll take Atlanta.
I'm sure they're going to be super
2.
impressed with you in those.
Yeah. And drive down to Athens.
Yeah, exactly.
Or over to Athens.
And then I would say the Titans and the Raiders are probably close because, Cam Ward, I think he's shown enough to want to be – I think there are going to be coaches that really want to work with him.
Plus, they have a lot of salary cap, too, available, I believe.
But just the overall roster of that team is so poor. I mean, it just is. The 53-man is just not good. And so I think Raiders is similar because you're going to be able to get the first overall pick. You're going to get your pick of the quarterback and all that. And I just think that the Browns are last by a substantial amount for me. Just with Deshaun Watson, the contract's going to cripple you no matter what. The antics, I'm good.
Brent, who are you taking if you're a coach? Who's at the top of your list in terms of priorities that you would want to go to in terms of teams?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, I think, because a lot of it buys the quarterback. And I think the quarterback I'd probably buy into the most is Cam Ward in Tennessee. I'm not huge on Jackson Dart being healthy. I don't think if I was coming in there, that'd be my let's go. I'd be like a lot of concerns. And I know the Scatterboo thing was good too, but I do like the defense of the Giants. I get what you're saying.
Plus you got Neighbors.
And Neighbors coming back. So, yeah, there are pieces there for sure. I think I would probably go to Atlanta first.
Not a baby.
And again, depending on the rope that they would give me in Tennessee, I think their situation is not bad. Now, I don't think their ownership situation is great. Stuff coming out of there is not. It just hasn't. I mean, look what they've done. I mean, they chased away people like Henry and A.J. Brown and Mike Vrabel, and they've gone through this whole thing, and they've restructured their front office again, which looks a little goofy to me on paper. Mm-hmm. It might work. I don't know. But it really looks like he's grasping at straws there and just trying stuff and has no real plan. Yeah. But I do think if I was evaluating, I'd say Cam Ward gives me a chance. And he's now got a year under his belt. And I think it was really didn't hurt him having like McCoy take over for him and all that stuff. Like he is not like scar tissue like Trevor was coming out of Urban, like anything like that. So I actually think this was a relatively good year for Cam Ward to learn under fire and not go backwards.
Yeah.
I think he actually could take a few steps forward. And so, I guess just to answer your question, I guess it's Atlanta to me. It probably would be the Giants next. I think I would go to Tennessee, and then I'm going to the Raiders. And I tell you, the Raiders should be sexier than we think. Number 1 overall pick, Genty, Bowers, potentially Crosby if you can fix it. Yeah. And then, obviously, the Browns are a mess. It just doesn't feel like the stuff's going to work out for the Browns. I think they're still a few years away from getting out of their quarterback mess. Like, what is their quarterback plan, even if it was a good one, is a very debatable thing.
With Atlanta, what's your plan for quarterback?
I think I'd have to believe in Penix. I think you've made the move there.
Okay.
Unless now you go see, I think you could really throw this for a loop and go get like a Kyler Murray. And throw him in the mix and make him like a video game. Like, why not try that with the skill guys and Kyler Murray to defend with his legs? Maybe something like that works.
Are you cutting Kirk or what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the situation.
Well, hey, man, you're the coach. I'm trying to put you in the.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Penix guy. But I do agree with they're the most ready team, and they play in a crappy division.
Sure.
So, my success rate is good. And I think overall Arthur Blank is a good owner too, so I think you can have success there right away.
Nobody likes him there. I think he's the nicest guy, but they think he's clueless.
Well, and he might be. I mean, 83 years old, and he hasn't had a chance to get it figured out. But I do think you could have debated whether Raheem Morris could have kept that job.
Yeah.
Right. So I think they're ready to go.
They got some great pieces, man.
But I don't have a great feel. How much longer is Kirk under contract? Is it another year?
No, he's got a couple more, but I think he's got a buyout. Is it this year they can buy him? Something like that. Yeah. There's something in his contract where they can get rid of him during 26, I think.
I don't love so you guys on Jackson Dart? Like, I'm not on that thing.
I think he's good. Yeah, I think he could be good.
It feels like Minshew.
Ooh, I think he's pretty skilled.
Well, I'm not telling you he's not a better. I just think the whole thing feels like.
It does seem a little gimmicky.
It's a fun thing to buy into, and by the way, I'm not saying that in a negative way for Minshew. It was a fun thing to buy into.
The off the field swag bothers me a little bit. Guys thinks he's Joe Burrow.
Such a better arm too. I don't know how much is up there, like if he's going to be able to process, but his arm is.
Oh no, he's more talented than Minshew. I'm not making. I mean, he's a 2nd round pick versus a 6th round pick for a reason. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you the whole thing feels, I don't know if gimmicky is the word. I think it's distracting.
Sure.
In New York.
Oh, that's New York, man. Yeah, I mean, if he was at the Saints, would we be talking about him in this light? Maybe not. But
like if he was Atlanta's quarterback, like you might be able to calm that thing down and be okay.
I don't know, man. I feel like Dart might have been made for Atlanta though too. It's he got some swag to you. Like, Mike Vick made a living in Atlanta. Like, I feel like Dart, like the Great White Hope, if you will. But no,
I'll tell you the guy they say is great is Stefanski. Like, he's going to get a job right away.
Yeah,
as a coordinator or as a head coach?
As a head coach.
Like, they rave about him.
I guess
they do.
I don't get it, but
I don't either. Like
I have Jags fans texting me, I hope he doesn't come to Tennessee.
Really.
I hope he doesn't.
I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. I think he's a pretty good coach, but I don't feel that way.
They don't want him to work with Cam Ward because Cam Ward will be great for 10 years.
I mean, he won Coach of the Year twice, but to me, like, he knows how to run the football. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know if he gets the best out of quarterbacks. I don't think that was his MO. So that to me is not it. I think he understands like the relational part of things, especially for today's day. And they rave about that, and I think that's why they are looking at him to come in and that whole disjointed Cleveland organization. Mm-hmm. Like the Giants might help them clean whatever that is up in New York, where it can get wonky quick.
I can see the Raiders doing it.
And the Raiders could do the same thing.
Get Genty going in with his new quarterback.
The thing about the Raiders that concerns me is
Geno Smith, what's his contract?
I don't need Brady standing over my head.
That's what I said.
And what the hell does he really know? I mean, I have a lot of respect for Brady, but I don't know what he knows in that spot, and I think the same thing could be said now for Atlanta. Like, that's
Brent,
the big
everybody
thing.
could have said that about Baselli.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
he knows Jacksonville way better than Brady knows Vegas, 100%. But
but Brady's been in the league for a long time.
From the outside looking in is going to be like, what does this offensive tackle know about, helping out a GM? That's what they'd say.
And especially
it's not true, but
they would, but they didn't. Again, what they don't know is the background of Baselli from working in
100%.
Business, right?
Okay.
Like outside
100%.
of the world, everything else.
Brady's been business
for sure. But like, if you're the Raiders and you're in need of a quarterback, don't you think you're going to bounce ideas off of Tom to see like, hey, who should our guy be going forward? Because Geno Smith is not him.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, listen, it might work out, but I do think the ownership things with these organizations is interesting.
Well, it's the same with Atlanta. They're going to bring in Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Matt Ryan. Strunk at Tennessee. I don't know. Amy Strunk, that's the owner of Titans.
Oh, the owner.
Right? Yeah. Haslam in Cleveland, and the whole whatever the Raiders is, right? Like, I don't know if those are the best situations to walk into, but I guess that's why they're probably still changing over.
Yeah.
The one thing that's never really been said about Jacksonville, even when they struggled, is like nobody said like it's a bad ownership situation to walk into. Instead, they said it was one of the reasons you do walk into it because Shad would give you the rope, he would give you all the resources.
Yeah.
Jags have not had that issue at all.
Is Arthur Blank kind of viewed like that?
I think so
not?
too. I think
Yes.
Blank has worked. I think you want to go work for Blank.
He's got his Atlanta guy. Yeah.
No, don't you? I think you want to go work for him.
You do.
Falcons might win the division next year. Who knows? Like that might be the hottest thing.
The book on Blank is that he's not like this. I don't think this is fair, but it's that he's not 100% committed to winning, like a Super Bowl. He's yet to push all the chips in, or he's sometimes hesitant.
Golly, man, I don't know if that you could say that. He paid $90 million for a quarterback, and then he
traded
went and drafted
with the Rams.
one.
Yeah, and you moved up trying to get.
Like, that seems all in. Are you guys do you like Penix?
Yeah, I'm not sold on him.
I think he's all right.
Tell you who I like.
You know what he feels like to me? A left-handed Tua.
Huh? Yeah, gets you a little bit.
It's so slow. Like, everything's slow to me when I watch him play. Did it feel that way?
A little bit.
No, but then maybe it's doctored video, but then they put Penix and they switch his release to right-handed with AI. This guy's slinging the pill everywhere. This
You
guy's
think it's
awesome.
just a lefty thing?
Might be.
I'll tell you who I like, who I still don't understand because I wanted him in Jacksonville. It doesn't really matter now because the defense is playing great, but I like Xavier Watts a lot, and I'll never get why.
Safety?
Yes. You've been watching him this year?
Yeah, he's been very good.
He's got 5 interceptions.
He's safety, not corner, right?
Safety. No, he's safety.
Yeah. He always was.
And like
we had him in Shock Your Mock in the second
round.
all the time.
How much did I talk about him? Because
Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, because he was literally the only consensus All-American for 2 years in a row in college football. And like in terms of intangibly rich, like I felt like that checked the box. But this was where they went with Caleb Branshaw, who I felt like was more of I don't want to say a project. Like that. Obviously, the speed speaks for itself, right? And he's got the size and physicality to really play corner.
Transitioning him from a position. That's
but like I felt like Xavier Watts is a sure thing. Like how could he not be?
Well, hey, they made that pick of Ransall. this is what I took it as, not thinking they're going to get anything out of Antonio Johnson. And
sure.
What has he done?
Well, they also made that pick of Ransaw, knowing that it could be you could buy a little time because you had just signed Murray, and Dewey's on a contract. And again, Antonio Johnson, you don't know what you have. Like, you really, it was, listen, if we go back to the preseason conversation,
nobody had any
safety was not a good spot.
Right.
Like, it was probably their weakest spot, defensive tackle and safety, right? Those are our biggest curiosities. And even the depth still. Now, Austen Lane's come on at times. I don't know if that projects well down the road. I mean, he's usually in more mop-up time or desperation time because they're hurt. But I think he's played way more than I thought he would at safety. And when he's played, it looks like he's done a really nice job. So they might have something there. And then Ransaw, we obviously just don't know. How much later did Watts go? Was it just a couple picks later?
Let me look it up real quick. But, yeah, I mean, like, I was just, because
I was watching him play, and he had 2 picks the other night.
Well, it was
like,
intangibly rich. Like, that to me, that guy screamed intangibly rich out of college. But once again, like, it's not fair to judge Ransaw just because we haven't seen him yet. So let's wait. Let's wait to reserve judgment there. And it's not like the Jaguars are really hurting for a safety right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I just thought, like, that made too much sense to come to Jackson.
Yeah, that's a good call. Interestingly enough, that leads me down a little bit of a James Gladstone question. And it's funny, I say this a lot. It's like Baselli felt like he was kind of the face for the first couple of months, and then, or really the first month. First few weeks through the process, everything else. And then he kind of was still there with Gladstone, but then Gladstone takes over for free agency in the draft. And then you hand off to Coen, and it's Cohen's turn to be kind of the face when camp rolls around. And he's been the face ever since. Mm-hmm. I don't want this to sound too critical, because I don't think there's a lot to criticize here in Jacksonville. He has certainly raised the floor. But do you think do we feel like Gladstone has made his mark? Where we really feel like Coen has, and I can share experiences and what we know and what everybody does know about what Baselli's done inside the building, I think, to really help foster what's going on. And I do think, by the way, Gladstone's a big piece of that. So I'm curious what the perception right now is. Where is Gladstone in terms of making the impact on this kind of season? Or in the back pocket, are you a little bit like, hey, they still have Travis Hunter going into next year, and then you could almost say, hey, we still got some Gladstone gems to go next year. Like, we haven't even seen the best of Gladstone yet, I guess is what I'm kind of asking.
So real quick.
I mean, Jacoby Myers?
Yeah, that's going to be my...
That's fair.
That's the mark.
That's the mark.
Yep. Okay, good enough, yeah.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers.
Conversation over.
I think so. I mean,
no, you're good. That's
made
good.
a real difference. Yeah. So Ransaw went 88 in the third round, and Xavier Watts went 96.
88, 96.
He fell that far?
Yeah, man.
I wonder why. Because like
I don't
everything
know.
you're saying, and obviously his performance, I just wonder, is he slower?
I'm pretty sure we had him mocked at the 38 spot a couple of times, and I know what is that.
Play out.
Well, I know, but hey, 60 spots is nothing to. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, I mean, I said it. We can go back to that was my big surprise that they chose to not go with Xavier Watts and pick Caleb Ransaw. But once again, the Jaguars don't really need a safety right now, so you're not too worried about it.
I am a little bit excited for Shocker Mock.
Already?
And not even.
I'm excited to not have to think about it.
Listen.
Yeah,
I'm not even. I'm not excited about imagining these kind of players with the Jags. I'm excited for the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're mixing in my pipes in there this year.
Wasn't that
part of the plan?
We might have to.
Yeah. My Hicks song.
Speaking of GMs, guys, and guys who have made their marks.
I'm not done on Gladstone, by the way, but go ahead.
That's fine. I want to show you this. This is the post-season press conference for Borgonzi with the Titans. Just having a good old time talking about, what's going on and the players that he hopes to bring
the table falls or
in.
Rocking that Jimmy Neutron haircut.
And we're rocking the Jimmy Neutron haircuts. And Cam Ward is a baller. And I'm so glad I drafted
like
him.
He's been through hell.
And
the lights went out.
What a bad omen.
Yeah, isn't that just on the
sums it up.
season? Yeah.
He laughed too. I like that. I can appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't handle the bright lights, man.
They're back.
Yeah, we're back. Nice.
He's made his mark.
Hey, back to Gladstone. Seriously, you guys. So I guess let me phrase it this way. This is really probably the way I intended it the most. How much more do you think he's really going to impact? Because he just got in. You know, he's already changed over some of the staff. That will probably continue. Get his own pieces in there. Build the infrastructure the way he wants. Again, he's what 10 months on the job. He got hired on like February 21st. So he didn't even, when he went into free agency, he had like a week and a half. When he went, he flew to the combine like the night he had the intro presser.
It was nuts.
You know, so now he gets his legs under him and he can attack this the way he wants. And he really just hasn't been able to showcase his draft class. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, Milam, Ransaw, obviously Travis Hunter. We haven't seen that. But I also think what we now know in Jacksonville is, hey, let's show a little bit of patience, because people were screaming about Brenton Strange not being able to, where is he in year one, right? Or a Parker Washington, where is he in year one? Antonio Johnson, now you're seeing these guys develop, and it might take 2 or 3 years to really see what they are all about, and that requires some patience on the part of the fan base. But if your roster allows you to be patient and you win 13 games, and then we can unleash Travis Hunter here in Jacksonville and Caleb Ransaw, a third-round pick, and Milam the same. But I just feel like we haven't seen the best of Gladstone. We saw an awesome pivot to Jacoby Myers. Absolutely. But outside of that and raising the floor, I think there's still stuff on the table to see from Gladstone that can pay off down the road.
Yeah, without a doubt, because eventually the draft picks will have to speak for themselves, and we'll have to see what they can do. Like right now, we're not talking about them because you're winning so much, so you're not even really having to count on them. But that's gonna be the question going forward: is what can Ransaw do? What will Travis Hunter look like? All this stuff, and like once again, this is a very first world problem. I feel like, because you have such a great team right now in Jacksonville. I said great team. I said it, Brent.
It's okay. 13 wins
is what it is, man. Okay, and I don't want this. I'm not going to phrase it the wrong way, because in case he'll clip it and then I'll get more. Is there any part of you that is worried with Travis Hunter in terms of what it's going to look like going forward, and almost like what you used to get him? Where are you going to try to have to play outside yourselves to appease what you sacrificed to get that pick, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think I want to answer this question authentically. I think the pull on anybody will be to do that. Will be to try to rescue that. What hasn't looked like you're winning that deal. Mm-hmm. When you get 8 games out of a guy, it was a little bit hit or miss anyway.
Gonna change the game and all this stuff.
And so, but I think 2 things are on the table with this regime that I think they have showcased and there's already evidence of. One is a little patience to not say, okay, it's a done deal, that this is the way it's going to end up. I think they'll have a longer view on that. They'll buy themselves some rope. But I think more importantly is not to be stubborn. And I think this organization, I think Liam Coen has done this multiple times this year. And I think the organization has done this where they are not as stubborn as I think the NFL usually is. And so I think if you're really stubborn, you're locked into being like, this guy has to be the best player in the game by next October. Or you start panicking and making moves. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think that's how they operate. And so I think they're going to let this thing play. They're not going to go crazy and jump back up to number 16 in the first round just because. Yeah. Now, will they see an opportunity and go get it? Yeah. But I don't think they'll panic on that. I think they're going to say, just wait. It'll work. And in the meantime, I think they have the leverage to do that because they just won 13 football games.
Of course. No, without a doubt. But to me, it's going to come down to, because before the run and everything, he was the main story.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
he was everywhere.
He was the story.
He was the story. How do you use him? All this stuff. And once again, like, this is first world problems because we're in the playoffs and who really cares right now? I'm just, for the topic. Like, I just wonder next season when you have, one of the most dynamic players in NFL history, how do you plan to incorporate it with making everybody happy? Because, and once again, we'll see what happens, and this is down the line, but, like, assuming that you keep Brian Thomas Jr., you better keep Parker Washington at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Jacoby Myers is here. Like, I guess I haven't looked at this offense the past 8 or 9 weeks and said, man, wish Travis Hunter was out there. And once again, that's a testament to how great Trevor and this offense is playing, but, like, and this is a compliment to the team, but, like, I haven't thought about Travis Hunter at all on offense. I haven't. Now, on defense, you can go, okay, well, you get that lockdown cornerback, we'll see what happens. But on offense, I don't want to say we're good because you're never good. You want to always get better, but it's like I don't know where he's going to go.
I agree.
And,
again, I think it'll be the dominant story of the offseason.
Yeah.
I think there's two things to look at here. What you're asking, I think, are two different questions. I think one, will the front office, meaning the personnel folks, will they – how much ego will be attached to this pick where they've got to be proven right? And when you do that, this is, to me, the example of the Jaguars, Dave Caldwell, the organization, getting rid of, by one way or another, Jalen Ramsey and Yannick Ngakoue, and trying to replace it in a draft in the first round with Kayvon Chason and C.J. Henderson. Like, you don't want to do that. You can't do that. Mm-hmm. You just don't try to fix. And again, I don't think they will, but I think human nature says, hey, I got to make this thing look good, right? Because right now it doesn't look so good. The second part of your question is more, where does he plug into the operation of your team? And that, to me, is more Liam Coen and the coaches on how they're going to utilize him and what they're going to do and what their plan is. I really think, like, while you say, and we don't say this in a mean-spirited way, but I think you're right. When you win 8 football games, quite frankly, you don't miss anybody. When you win 8 in a row, you're scoring 33 points a game. You don't really feel like you're missing anybody. So how does he plug back into this whole equation? I think in part the Jags' success has to be that Liam and company aren't distracted by how many plays he's playing, and is he playing on this side, and is he prepped, and all this stuff. And I don't think they're the reason why they've won 8 games in a row is Travis Hunter got hurt. I think the reason why Jacoby Myers is here is because Travis Hunter got hurt. But how they play this out is going to be fascinating. It's going to be the big offseason discussion. But I'll say it once again, Austin, I think they have some equity built. We just won 13 games, mostly without you. So I don't think they have to cater to him as a star player as much as they might have had to do.
See, and this is the only point I'll bring up where I disagree. This team has been predicated on listening to the outside noise, okay? And they've done a great job doing it. They've gotten their edge based off of what everyone says, and they're using that to that advantage. Great. What happens next year, despite what happens this year, but what happens next year when no one's really talking about how good the Jaguars can be and it's more about how they use Travis Hunter, then what is that dialogue, what is that conversation going to be like? Because you just can't switch it up now and be like, okay, well, we're not going to listen to Travis Hunter part. Like, no. You've already made it abundantly clear that you listen to everything, players, coaches included, and that's great. What's going to happen when the most polarizing, arguably the most polarizing player in all of the NFL is going to be questioning whether you play on both sides of the football or not? Like I guess that's what comes down to my biggest worry. A team that is so concerned and has used so much motivation to outside noise. What happens when the outside noise starts shifting from the doubt of the Jacksonville Jaguars and it's more of how you're using Travis Hunter?
Well, to me, 2 things on that, okay? One is it different than everybody talks about your quarterback every single week? Like, there's always stuff about your quarterback. And in that sense, isn't he the same kind of
No,
deal?
Because you can use Travis Hunter in a myriad of ways. And that's the difference. The quarterback's can go out there, play the offensive reps. Cool. You have such a unique situation where you just going to put them all on defense? Are you going to put them a little on offense? You going to sprinkle them on, that's That's the problem because there is no finite answer.
Yeah, that's true.
When you roll a quarterback out there, you know what it is. Roll him out there. When you roll a defender out there, roll Travis Hunter ain't that type of guy.
Do you think if they come out, let's just say at some point and say, hey, he's going to play defense and we're going to wrinkle him in on probably a 5 to 10 play, and they're just very transparent about it. Like, hey, we think he'd be a lockdown corner in the league and one of the best corners in the league. Boom. That's where he's going. And we do think when the opportunity presents, we want him to play a little bit on the other side, ball in his hands, blah, 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 blah. If they come out and say that, do you think there will be a lot of consternation about that, specifically with a football team that made a playoff run, scored 33 points on offense, has your quarterback playing well? Can they get away with that without there's always going to be discussion about it. I get it. But without a lot of, I guess, extra
it's
involved.
It's what I wanted this year in terms of being transparent, whether it's, like a pitch counter, you play this many reps on offense and defense. They didn't do it this year. I'm not sure why they would do it next year then.
But maybe. Might have learned.
They may have learned.
Well, and not only that, they might have concretely made a decision. They were seriously at one point in this season, they're like, hey, I think on this game we might need him 40 plays on offense. On this game we might need him 40 plays on defense.
And then once again, this is Liam Coen adapting to what they're playing against, and that very well could be the case. But
yeah, and like you said, too,
again, it's a first world problem.
It is. Because there's always the next part of this that we'll talk about in the offseason is like, what if it really works? You're adding this piece, this player, to this team, which could be really good. And the other domino, of course, is what happened. You said it. What happens with Brian Thomas Jr.? I mean, are they all in on Brian Thomas Jr.? Which I feel like they should be, at least at this moment. I feel like they should be. But do I think that's the way they're going to be? I'm not completely, saying 100%, yeah, like they are. I don't know. I don't know that one. And I think there's some curiosity at how that will be. So, it'll be a fascinating discussion. It'll be a fun off-season topic like every day. That and shock your mock.
Yeah.
Shock your mock for a team that doesn't have a first-round pick.
Let's go.
It'll be easier, I guess, right? How many picks we got right now?
Like 11?
Oh,
is that right? About 11?
James, please.
Can't wait for those people that are trading and getting 14.
For the sake of the segment, please trade some of those back end picks.
Yeah, good point.
We
only want 7, man.
Because I have to look for okay, well, this guy's got a unique name. Let's play off this. I don't want to do it with 11 people.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, we got some comments in the chat, and Travis Hunter is polarizing as can be, kind of like Trevor Lawrence, Duval TV. Absolutely. I mean, he is that. Let's see. Delphonic says, seems like Coen and the front office are good at adapting. I believe they'll do what's best regarding Hunter. And by the way, they've earned that, and you are right. They haven't been adaptive. And they seem to move. They move the goalposts a little bit in a good way, which is also good because there are so many teams around the league, so many people around the league, this organization included, that just get stuck, and here's what it is. And this team is not, and they've been very adaptive, and I really appreciate that about this group, and I think they will continue to be. But maybe the bigger thing is I think they have earned the trust of the fan base right now to say, hey, if they make that call, I believe that's the right call. That's a good place to be. We'll be right back. Brent and Austin Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Which game are you most looking forward to?
I mean, well, besides the Jags, obviously.
Of course.
I mean, to me, the two interesting ones are the Eagles 49ers. Well, actually, and then obviously the Packers Bears, but I think that's more of just like me being, personally knowing my friends are going to go crazy for that game.
Right.
And it's only the third time I think that the Packers have faced the Bears in the playoffs.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it hasn't happened a lot.
For two teams as old as they are.
Which is wild, right? Yeah, it hasn't happened a lot. I might be wrong about that, but I know it's like it's a very finite amount of times that they faced off. And then, I get it, Houston and Pittsburgh, but like, do you think Houston's just going to I don't know. Are you confident in Pittsburgh?
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me neither. And maybe that's the
I
wrong
could
way
see
to look
them
at
scoring 10, 13 points.
Yeah. Because, and once again, like, I understand. Tell me right now. Okay, this will be an interesting game. Keep this up here, Hamby. This is just, obviously this is what we do. We just go with the flow. Tell me something about all these teams that you're the most certain of any team. So, for instance, like, yeah, we can sit here and say that we're sure this Jaguars offense is going to feast. But, and I think it's going to be a high-scoring Jaguars-Bills game. But I don't know. Like, maybe it will come out and surprise you where you think, something, and it's going to be like, 17-10. Something like that. I can sit here and say I'm pretty sure. I mean, nothing's ever certain in the NFL, right? But I think the most guaranteed thing is that Houston's defense is probably going to show up.
Right.
And that, like, even more than, Josh Allen in the playoffs, like, no, man, the guy could be banged up and everything. Like, I'm not sold on that. I am sold on the Texans' defense, though, against the Steelers. So, like, if you're looking at me to say, like, what do I know for sure? I know for sure the Texans' defense is going to show up.
And just for reference, the Jags-Bills over-under is at 52.
Yeah.
The Texans-Steelers over-under is 39.
See? And
13 whole points.
Yeah, and once again, that could be Vegas knowing that the Texans' defense will probably show up. What do you think? What's something that you can guarantee what would happen?
I think the Bears are going to score points.
You think the Bears can score points?
Yes.
More than even the Rams in Stafford.
Yeah, like the Rams are going to win.
But no. So no, this is the exercise that we're doing. So we can sit here and say, okay, we have a good feeling that the Jaguars are going to put up a lot of points against the Bills. We think that, but like, it could be a hard-fought, low-scoring game. The thing that I know for sure on this slate is I think that Houston's defense is going to show up. Like, that's probably what I would guarantee the most.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. Anything else?
I think, I would agree with that. I can't guarantee anything else.
Sure.
I really can't. The Rams are weird to me right now. I actually think Carolina could surprise them. They already beat them. Well, maybe that's a matchup thing or something that we don't know about. I guess the only thing otherwise I know is that San Francisco's defense is going to give up points.
I mean, can we guarantee that the Jaguars stop James Cook in the run game?
You're asking me something to guarantee? I don't.
I mean, the things that you feel the most confident. We don't have to guarantee anything.
Yeah.
You have to clip
Yeah,
this
I
up.
guess so.
But like, what are you the most confident?
Yeah,
like,
I think that's fair.
I'm the most confident that the Texans defense shuts down the Steelers.
Texans defense going to show up. San Francisco's isn't.
And maybe 2B can be that I have a great feeling that the Jaguars defense will answer the James Cook challenge.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. And I would say this, like, Puka Nacua is going to catch 8 passes.
Yeah.
And J.C. Horn is on him, but I'm not sure that matters. I think he's still going to get his.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's a great conversation point that you just brought up because we can think we know. But when you really say, what do you absolutely know is going to happen? We come back to this on Monday or Tuesday and say, okay, what did happen? I don't think there's a lot to pull from here because I think the games can go so many ways. I mean, the Rams, I would have said 3 weeks ago, okay, I think they're going to score 35. I just don't know. And I agree with you on the Jags-Bills. See, I think it's going to be like a 31-27 type of game. But I could see them, if they do run the clock and keep the ball away from Josh Allen, and then the possessions start to get minimal. So, I mean, it could be a 20-17 game and not be that surprising, or a 21-17 game with the Jags and the Bills. So, yeah, I like what you said there. Did you see, by the way, the reasoning? The NFL basically gave Prime that game.
I have not.
Everybody wanted that game, Packers-Bears. And so,
yeah, rightfully so. I bet.
All the networks put in as their top 2 games. This was an article that was written about this. And the NFL gave Prime Video. So they're the ones that basically, you make your case for it.
NFL decides.
And the NFL decides. The reason why they didn't give, what they said. The reason why they didn't give Sunday Night Football maybe what you would call a better game or something is because they had just given them the division championship on Sunday night. Like they had just played, like the most important game of the weekend had been Sunday night between Baltimore and Pittsburgh. So they weren't going to go give them back-to-back, like, best games of the weekend. And so instead, they wanted to give Prime, which shows you, and the reason behind it is they just want more people streaming the games. They want the stream platform to produce, which it has been. But they were afraid that if they put, like, Jags and Bills on Prime, it wouldn't pull in the amount of people going to, find Prime in that streaming apparatus. Obviously, the young people will, but they want more and more older people are now finding the streaming games.
Okay.
And they want to continue that trend, if you get what I mean.
I get what you're saying. I mean,
so it was the NFL's decision. I thought it was more of a network like bidding war type thing.
Yeah.
But the NFL, I guess, ultimately decides.
I mean, okay, cool. I would have loved to see like the only game on Monday or something. I think would have been cool for Green Bay, Chicago, right? Like end the first playoff week with that game, I think would have been great. I mean, I don't know. And it's nothing against Amazon Prime. I use it every single day. It's great. Whatever. Cut the check. But to me, it cheapens a little bit, I feel like, when it's just on there.
I think so, too. I think I just read somewhere else, but December 27th, they had a bunch of streaming games, and it was like a 9 million viewership on one thing, but Fox's Game of the Week had 28 million viewership. So the bottom line is, if you're on network TV, it's still a big deal. But this is a long game play by the league where they want people getting more and more used to streaming games because, they get younger that way because their average audience is like 56 years old, I think. And by the streaming network games, they've now lowered it to like 49, I think I saw. So it's working, and they want to continue that trend. And they also know there's a bunch of dollars the next time the rights deal.
I don't know if I quite understand that, though, because I don't know a whole lot of people my age who like have Amazon but don't have access to CBS and Fox. I just don't.
But Hamby, here's the thing, and this is where I think they're going with it. I think the Packers-Bears, I think it's a great matchup, but it's also a very Olds matchup. Right?
It is.
There's going to be war veterans tuning into this game because they remember what it meant.
No, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Hamby, your age demographic, if they don't have Amazon Prime, they can find the game. Right?
Well, that's a good point.
They can find the game.
Because like
the Olds, like, I'm not going to help my aunt find this. Like, she's going to be, I don't have Amazon Prime. Hey, but best of luck, because you have to go to this website, and then you have to refresh it like 3 times, and then eventually it should come through. Like, the Olds aren't going to do that. So the Olds will sign up for Amazon Prime just to watch the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears.
That's a good point.
That's what it is.
But then how are they getting younger is what I'm not understanding.
Well, because the idea is more and more people are finding it naturally. Maybe not as many people would find it naturally, but more and more are. Because everything's streaming now in general, from shows to everything else. So the trend is obviously even older people now are streaming things.
Yeah.
So, listen, your point's a good one, and I think the NFL point's a reasonable one. I can't deny it. I mean, you're talking about the top 10, well, not 2 top 10 markets because Green Bay isn't, but you're talking about 2 traditional franchises, huge fan bases, and like my mom would love to watch the Jags play next weekend. She could in Rhode Island. She would never find it on Amazon Prime. She just wouldn't. No. But she will watch it on CBS. So I think what the NFL is kind of saying in a way is like, yeah, those people that aren't going to go out of their way to find a Jags-Bills game, there are more people that will go out of their way to find a Packers-Bears game. And that will help the number. Because there's a part of me that always says, man, there are 7 games this weekend, and the NFL is king. Everybody's watching these games. But I guess there are still those casuals that will just jump in because, or enough of them to matter. And they thought there was a significant drop between where that would be if it was Jags-Bills versus the game of the weekend. But I'll tell you what the crappy part about it is again, Amazon has the worst crew / pregame / maybe even production. I don't know if people rip the production or they like the production, but it doesn't feel playoff-like. It doesn't. I mean, Al Michaels is 80. And I hate to rip on anybody because he's had such an unbelievable career. And he's one of the best of all time.
Brent calls out Al Michaels. Clip it.
But I'm not the only one calling out Al Michaels. I mean, he's not very good at it.
It ain't just him.
Herb Street isn't the traditional guy anyway in the NFL.
Clip it.
And
what about the pregame?
The pregame show sucks.
Clip it.
The pregame show and postgame show on Amazon sucks. They're all average.
Okay, that's great.
At best.
Sherman.
Okay, and I guess it's the Sherman thing. But like, are people like clamoring for the pregame show and everything?
No, but it's about the feel.
But it's the whole package.
Like, hey, babe, hey, the pregame show's coming on. We got an hour. Like, come on.
Well, I can just tell you this, man. We're going to do a postgame show on Sunday, and the last postgame show we did was in Jacksonville was better than any Sunday night football game all season. So people are watching it is my point,
hey, Brent,
right?
I do shows too. I know. I know people are watching.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, not as many as watched our postgame show. I can guarantee you that.
All right.
Ooh. That is a fact. But
I
guess they watch the whole thing. Now maybe they'll watch NFL Network talking about it because it's a one-game thing instead and flip it on over. Again, to me, it's just Amazon. They can shell out all the money they want. But to me, the CBS product, the NBC product, the Fox product, the Monday Night Football product is 10 times better overall than where they are from a broadcast standpoint.
Well, it's because
to talk about cheapens it, to me, that's what cheapens it.
Well, Brent.
I mean, Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit cheapen it, sure. But, like, I don't care about, like, the pregame or postgame. I honestly don't.
No, but what I think y'all are getting at.
Get your shots in on Sherman when you can.
No, of course. Get him in.
What y'all are getting at is that feel matters, especially in. You can't necessarily quantify how much better these guys are or aren't, but even if they were the same, the fact that it doesn't have the feel, that it's not what we're used to, that matters 100%, especially in sports, especially in playoff games. So, again, that's no matter what Amazon does, they're always going to feel second tier.
Of course. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the old in you speaking, though, Hamby. And that's the old in me speaking, too. But I agree with you. I think Amazon Prime Games cheapens the NFL. Just doesn't feel like a traditional broadcast. It doesn't feel like a traditional just setup. I have to go out of my way to go to Amazon Prime and download it and all this stuff. Like, yeah, I think it cheapens it. But it's the future. Like, hey, trust me, they wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't making money.
Well, they paid $1 billion for the rights. I mean, the money's there, and they want to continue it. I think this is a little bit of the NFL, and I get it. The NFL's very smart. I think what the NFL's doing is taking maybe a little bit of a hit right now to play the long game because we all know where everything is and going. This isn't stopping. You know, by 5 years from now, I don't know if we'll say being on Netflix or Amazon cheapens the product. In fact, we probably won't. It will feel like normal. And so I think the NFL realizes that and is just adapting as many people as they can to that in real time. And they are the engine that can do that. They really are. Like if you want to adapt people to a product or to a new way of doing things, there's no better operation than an NFL game. It's the most watched thing every week. So people will absolutely find it. Will they find it as much as they would find a CBS or Fox? Probably not. But they will find it by the millions. And they can make it work. And in return, they will get billions of dollars. Noon hour just ahead. We visit with Dewey Wingard a little bit last night. We talk a little DJ Lagway, what that deal is going to Florida State, if that is a deal. By the way, I think Florida got a quarterback during our show.
They got Philo and FSU got one, Ashton Daniels.
There we go. So quarterbacks are dropping in the transfer portal. Good thing we don't have to do the play-by-play on that. I feel bad for, what's his name? Who's the guy? Is it Thamel? Pete Thamel?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's like now the Schefter of college football.
Right.
Where he's got like Illinois State's quarterback is now going to here. It's like, who gives a damn?
Yeah.
700 players, I think I saw on the portal. 30%.
No, more than that. It's got to be more than that. It's like got to be 3,500 or something.
How many Georgia Bulldogs?
0.
I'd be surprised if the number's
actually
as low as you just
Daniel
said.
Harris.
Ooh, Daniel wanted out.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Most of us know how to throw. but you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game. We showed no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval!
ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here. Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why gutter helmet?
Well, gutter helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With gutter helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With gutter helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
So a couple of new quarterbacks for the teams here in the Sunshine State. Florida gets Aaron Philo, comes over from Georgia Tech, right?
Yep.
And they're stealing the entire Georgia Tech roster.
Pretty much.
Because of the OC. And who's this other? Ashton Daniels?
From Auburn.
From Auburn.
The backup.
I was going to say, that can't be that good. Right?
No.
And he went to Stanford prior to that. And I guess the bigger story is DJ Lagway was in Tallahassee visiting with Mike Norvell.
I would assume that puts them out on Lagway.
I don't know, man. I mean, not if this guy was a backup, right?
He's got 1 year of eligibility left, so.
Lagway is like a top 10 portal guy, I think I saw, right? Well, listen, Levitt's going to get like $7 million to go somewhere, it sounds like.
Well,
they're overpaying for everybody.
Sorsby got $5.
Sorsby, $5 million.
And Levitt's not better than Sorsby.
I don't know if it matters who's better. Is
My
the
bad,
point.
King.
I don't think it matters if you're good.
But Sorsby or whatever, wasn't that Texas Tech?
Yes.
Texas Tech.
So they're kind of playing it different.
Yeah, but I thought didn't they say when Levitt visited Kentucky it was like $4 to $7 million they were looking at?
When Levitt visited Kentucky?
Yeah.
Well, because they got their guy now.
Kentucky did?
Yes.
Which means he wasn't going to go there. I think
Who flipped
Levitt's
from
now lives
Nebraska.
in LSU or something like that.
Yeah, Levitt's going to be.
Yeah.
Which, man, I bet they're pissed that they're not going to get Trinidad Chambliss.
Texas Tech beat out LSU for Sorsby, didn't they? Did I see that right?
It sounds like it.
Is that the other?
I'm pretty sure.
It's all
pretty sure I
confusing.
saw that.
But
It's the power of the oil money.
But I don't think this means FSU. I feel like if FSU could get Lagway, they still would.
Then Daniels would be hitting the portal in a couple days.
Let him go. Like, this double backup is the guy that's going to hold you from getting Lagway. Like, if
Yeah,
Lagway all of a sudden was like, I want to go there, Norvell would be like, cool, forget that.
Yeah,
I think. Personally.
I agree with you.
You're probably right.
But I think that what that says is he told
At
him
least
no
we got somebody.
for that.
Because remember, they got screwed. They got screwed by the Cam Ward situation a couple years ago. They ended up with DJ Uiagalelei.
Oh, that was good.
As a consolation
Linebacker.
prize.
Yeah.
So this might be something like, hey, we're not going to do that again.
Yeah.
But
that ain't the guy that's going to save Mike Norvell's job. I'll tell you that.
No, I agree with that. I don't
So he's
got to
be still cooking. Well, I mean, at least if you take Lagway, that makes the FSU people happy just because you took him from Florida.
A little bit.
A little bit of equity.
Does it?
I think so. A little bit.
You don't
of
think
equity.
it's
the Florida
no,
people,
dude.
The Florida like blogs or whatever. I've been reading them because I'm trying to figure out who's visiting and when they're visiting.
Sure.
We're all furious that Lagway was visiting them.
I know. I think Florida State fans were too, though.
Oh, well,
Florida State fans, I
that's
know,
fair.
are like, dude, this guy, we're taking their leftovers. Give us somebody else. We don't want him.
They got somebody else. Double backup from Stanford and Auburn,
Oh,
which has to be worse. I've never seen him play. Don't know his name. Looked at the
Ashton
graphic
Daniels.
you put up on the screen, went, don't know who that guy is, and then turned it back towards Brent.
Okay.
I don't know. I assume Florida fans will care if Lagway goes. I don't know if they should. I'm just saying I would assume they would. As I said to Austin earlier, I mean, it just feels like Yankees, Red Sox. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, sports doesn't matter anymore in that. You go wherever you go. The only thing that we haven't seen yet is the coach go just directly across the street to the rival.
I mean, Lane kind of did that.
Well, I guess Lane's been at all of them.
I mean, Ole Miss to LSU, it's not like bitter
Worse would
rivals,
be
but I
Mississippi
mean,
State, obviously.
Yeah, I would say it's more like if he now goes to Alabama next.
Which he might.
I mean, he might. Yeah,
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Or
that
if
he could do
Kirby
that.
were to go to Alabama or something like
Ugh.
that, you
Or
know,
Florida.
Yeah, or Florida. So I don't think we've seen that. I don't feel like we've seen that. I tell you where we did see that a little bit, but it's not as big a scale. Is Mike White going to Georgia in basketball?
hey, by the way,
Like,
we play
kinda saw it
tonight.
there.
They're good.
Georgia
Georgia's
plays
good.
Florida tonight
They're
in
gonna-
Gainesville.
They're going to beat them.
Georgia's gonna
That's
beat
in
them?
Gainesville tonight.
Yeah.
They have a big week, right? Florida has a big week about. They got Tennessee too.
Tennessee at the By the way, if you're getting 9.
They're 9.5, yeah.
Wow.
Like, they're better. They are significantly better right now. Now, Florida could come out and Boogie Flan might actually hit a shot or two, and then Georgia might be cooked. But, like, if they play basketball the way they've played to start the season, Georgia might run them out.
Is Golden's actually kind of what Norvell, in a sense, what happened to him? He hit on the portal, and then he's missed on the portal. Now he's got better infrastructure, a better team than Florida State ended up with after that. But Golden, he's whiffing on these guards. Now, it was going to be hard to replace those guards. Of course. But they can't hit a three. They're like 320th in the nation hitting a three.
Yeah. No, they didn't see that one coming. But all three of his guards went to the NBA. I mean, what are you going to do?
I get it.
That's not something
But
that
he's still
happens.
whiffing, like on Boogie Fland
Sure.
and the kid from Princeton. And
sure.
It's just not working.
And it looks like Georgia struck gold.
Is that what happened to
With
Georgia?
Wilkinson, we got this freshman, or now he's a sophomore from Cal. He transferred. He's dropping like 25 a night.
Yeah, Georgia's good.
How's my dude with the man bun doing, Hamby? The
Oh,
white dude?
Blue Cane?
Yeah.
He's we came into the year thought he might be the leading scorer, but now
Sure.
he's like fourth, and he's playing well.
Okay.
Do you know Georgia basketball?
I lock in every year for conference play.
Okay.
I don't bother. Like I know their record when in out of conference, they were like 10-1.
Yeah.
And now that they're in
ranked.
conference play, like I will be watching almost
I couldn't name
every
a guy.
night.
I couldn't name a player on Georgia.
Well, you know Blue Cane. He's the white albino looking dude.
Yep. Yeah, I watched them play last year when they played Florida.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting that they're good. But I guess that's what it is. You hit, and you don't get as many chances, by the way, in college basketball.
No.
Like, you have 2 or 3 guys that can make a difference, and if you don't hit on them,
I think your
it ain't gonna
comparison's
work.
close, but not. Because he's also
yeah.
going to put Thomas Howe in the.
Well, they like I said, they had better people coming back.
There's your man, Austin.
Sure.
But you can't win it big.
Did he cut his hair?
Yeah, he did.
Well, that's the problem right there.
There ain't no problem.
They're good.
No.
So he's really good?
No, he's not really
So
good.
no,
No.
he played last year as a freshman, and he's kind of like he's a little flashy. Well, last year he was. I haven't watched a lick of Georgia
He can score.
basketball this year.
The other dude looks like he could be Travis Etienne's brother.
There we go.
And he's not even really he doesn't really play.
He's on the graphic.
He
Good for
made the
him.
graphic, but he doesn't play.
Everyone makes the graphic, though,
Everybody
right?
eventually makes the graphic.
Everyone's
right?
got to make the graphic.
There's a lot of
once.
games.
And that was a big deal, man, when you're on like the poster or something at
Oh, dude, when
Ashland University.
When I was on like the little things that hand out the schedule,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was just me.
The pocket schedule?
Man,
Yeah.
I felt a certain type of way
I
about
bet you
that.
did.
It was just me. Yeah, I didn't like it though, man. I'm like, come on, man, put some of my teammates on there, but it's what it is.
You think there's any of those still floating around in existence?
Why do you need it? You trying to sell them? No, okay,
I'm just
no.
wondering if
no.
they exist.
I'm sure at my mom's house, probably a couple.
Okay, speaking of a little flash, being on the cover of something, being notable, something might be able to be sold. I got to get your thoughts on this. This is Brent last night signing a grown woman's arm.
It was her shirt.
Why'd you do that?
It was her shirt.
But why?
Because they asked.
So this lady walked up to you and said, "Can you sign my shirt?"
Yeah, I probably signed like 5 of them yesterday.
Yeah.
Mid-show? This was in commercial
this was
break?
Mid-show and commercial
This was in
break.
commercial break.
Yo.
This is almost as crazy as the dude at the Jags game when they have like he races the avocado or he races Jackson to build the guacamole. You familiar with it? I mean, it's okay. So the Jaguars have an avocado sponsor. So Jackson DeVille races somebody in the state, a fan, to see who can compile the guacamole quicker. So this fan won it, big thing. Jackson DeVille almost pulled the
I think that was Mark
hamstring.
Spencer's kid. I think I saw that. somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
but then dude was signing autographs. Like everyone, dude, it's like as he's walking it because he's pumped up, playing the crowd, and then he's like signing autographs like on the programs after. I'm like, okay. to the guy, like, what kids are going, Dad?
Compare me
say what?
to the guacamole winner?
Well, no, I'm just saying,
It's
like,
good. It's comparable.
I'm just saying it's comparable.
Yeah, for sure.
So, anyways, okay. So
Listen, you appreciate it. I say to everybody that ever asks at this point, I'm like, I hope there's not another signature on here. Like, I'm not signing this if
that's what I had to
if
do.
Parker Washington's on there.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself.
So it was an older lady.
I try to talk
or-
people out of it.
Was she an older lady, a younger lady?
No, she was. Yeah, I would say a little older.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
middle aged. I would say.
Just a big Brent Martineau fan. I like it.
I hope it's on eBay.
That was. By the way, I will tell you this. You wouldn't be able to make that one. It's hard to sign a shirt. Yeah, you got to pull it.
Well, where did
she's
you sign
wearing
it? Where on the shirt did you sign
It
it?
was like on the sleeve.
So just for future reference, it is easiest to sign a shirt while it's on, because it's pretty much pulled. Then you just got to have the person pull it a little bit. Pretty.
God knows what he's talking
there
about.
we go.
Yeah.
I will do that.
But low key, that lady, if you're looking for work and you're willing to go up to people and ask them to sign mid television show,
give Casey a call.
I will employ you.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it.
She's committed, huh?
There's no doubt about
That's
it.
a good. Hey, by the way, you should scout. You could scout at Strings. on these shows.
Yeah.
You can see who's good, not just getting us, but other players.
I'm looking for the people that can get the others.
Casey, no disrespect to you too, but like if an actor's in the airport and sees like you coming compared to like a sweet old lady.
Oh yeah, it's a different.
Go with a sweet old lady.
Different animal.
It's a different animal. Yeah. No, I mean people like.
No, you
tell her
should
to really
do that.
milk it too. Like, oh, help me, young
For
man.
my grandson. Or,
Yeah.
How many kids are employed
by
in this
me or
business?
over tons?
Like
child
genuinely
labor
like
laws,
getting
or what do
money?
we do?
Under the table money?
Careful, Brent.
I mean, yes.
It's not saying him. I'm saying in the industry.
Oh, I got.
Yeah,
I thought you asked how many Casey was employing. I'm
No,
okay.
no, yeah.
No,
He's
it's
got
a
his
thing.
own-
Actually, ironically, as you just said, the new thing now in New York is they're employing like old. That's serious.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Really?
Who's going to turn down an old lady?
Well,
Nobody.
I mean,
So what's the cut? Like, what? How do you employ?
not much. People are not smart. In the nicest way.
I mean, okay, give me an example. You hire me to go get Spike Lee in New York
Assuming you're already in New York, I'd give you
for every autograph.
For every autograph?
I pay per item, yeah.
But
Spike's
I get
not
but if I don't get it, I get
well,
nothing.
it depends. Like usually if I send someone somewhere, like let's just say the airport, and it doesn't get done, I pay their parking.
Okay.
How about Dana White?
Anything,
they don't lose anything.
I would pay more for it. It depends on the person, obviously.
Is Dana White tough?
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
Just get to it. I get it.
This mounts
you're looking
selfish.
for another shot.
Hey, man, have you seen Jaguars playoff tickets?
Are you really asking for Ronan?
No,
Hey, Ronan, come to my next fight, but make sure you go grab Dana White.
Here's the
please.
thing, like, I would definitely employ Ronan if the opportunity presented itself, but I think Dana would sniff it out if Ronan came up to him with a board of taped up gloves. He'd be like, "This probably isn't for you."
Yeah.
But Dana doesn't really care. So
that's fascinating. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Another good crowd at Strings.
I'm just trying to picture a sweet old lady with like the board of just like like 25 pictures.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can you please sign this for my
It happens.
grandsons and granddaughter? You know, like she's got a lot of family.
Hey, I'll see if my mom's interested in Rhode Island.
She's got a lot of family.
Listen, if you find me workers in cities, I'll find something to send them to.
Oh,
Go get Philip Rivers' mom. You won't have any problem with the grandsons and
That's true.
It's a good point.
daughters.
It's a great point. That
Employ
one
the
checks out.
family.
That one checks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a family that doesn't need much employment.
Probably not, man.
But you could employ the family.
You don't think he's not handing out money to his kids?
Probably not yet.
Pay the kids to get their.
They'll be all right, though, I think. We did have Dewey Wingard on, and as always, says some interesting things. So I think Hamby got a little clip of that, or a longer clip of that. I'm interested in when this comes up. I don't know what part of this Hamby has it in, but Trevor Lawrence, when we asked about him, there was some very interesting comments from Dewey Wingard, amongst some other things. Here are a few of them.
What a job that man has done right there, Anthony Campanile. It's a complete flip from last year, and so many of you guys are playing outstanding football. I just keep asking why. Why is it so different this year? And I got to believe he's a big reason why.
Well, he is. It starts with him. He's the leader, you know. He's the general, and we follow him. So, I remember watching the Cowboys documentary that came out on Netflix, and something they said in there was how Jimmy Johnson made practice hell so the game was easy. And that's kind of what Coach Camp does. You know, he's like a boxing coach. He shows us all these boxing motivational clips and stuff, and it's like, you got to train hard. Like, practice has to be battle, and that's how it is. So it's like we're now playing at this higher level in games because practice is so hard. And not to mention the X's and O's side, you know, he's smart. He's been around a lot of good coaches, but I've said this before, you know, I've kind of want to get in a bar fight with the guy. You know what I mean? He's just, that's the vibe he gives off. And he makes you want to go out and just play hard. And he says it all the time. He's like, go out and play for the people who raised you. And it's something that all the things he says to you, all these guys, it just clicks. So there's juice.
I want to watch that bar fight. I don't want to be in it, but
It'd
I'll
probably be pretty good.
Yeah, I think it would be. How do you guys, the turnovers, man. I mean, I guess they are contagious. 9 a year ago, 30 this year, 22 interceptions. I mean, how do you comprehend this? How does this happen?
Yeah, and a lot of times people say they come in bunches, but they come when you do what you do in practice and you have eyes on the football and you do your job and you put yourself in the right spot. And that's what they preach and that's what we get. So it's not just like, oh, quarterbacks are throwing bad balls and this and that. We're going out and making plays. I mean, Antonio Johnson has 5 picks by himself.
Right.
Devin has 5 picks by himself. So it's like we're obviously doing something that counts.
Right.
And we're going out and making these plays. And that was preached from day one. It's like if you don't put an emphasis on it, it's not going to happen. And obviously we play a lot of different coverages this year where we manipulate quarterbacks, get our eyes on them, and go make plays.
You're always watching film, but I've heard so many players in the locker room say, yeah, I saw it from film study. We knew this was going to happen. Is the film study better, or the plays just matching up to the film study? Anything to that?
I think there's just an attention to detail this year that's on a different level. I mean, I was talking about Antonio. Guys have just taken that jump. It's no longer, okay, I just play football. It's you're in the National Football League. Like, you got to put the time in, and you got to do stuff on the side. And like you say, watch extra film and just think the game. And I think I want to say pressure, but I don't think it's pressure. I think it's more incentive that Liam and Coach Camp and James and Tony put on guys. It's time to go be great. You don't get to 13-4 without being great. And I don't know if that would, for sure. Yeah.
It's like, and something else that wasn't here, complimentary football too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it just seems more like, and you could tell us this, but and Trevor was talking about it yesterday after the game, team. There's more team. It's not, hey, that's the offense, hey, that's the defense. It's all together, it seems like, and maybe that is part of the change in the culture that those guys have brought in.
Absolutely, and Liam even preaches that in his team meetings. I remember after we played, who did we play? Houston.
Yeah.
When we played Houston, and we almost had a chance to win the game, and we had a penalty. I think Parker had a catch, and we had a penalty. He pulled up that play in meetings, and he wasn't even talking about football. He was talking about us on the sideline. When Parker caught that ball, we were all kind of like still like in our feelings, like we just gave up a touchdown.
Right.
And he's like, this isn't happening here. None of you guys, we have a chance to win the game. Parker goes and catches a ball. I know there's a penalty, but none of you guys stand up and cheer on the sideline. So it's like, dang, we are in this thing together, and it's no longer offense versus defense. We're going to go out and play good, and we can just blame it. Yeah, we can just blame it on the offense if we lose the game, or the offense can blame it on the defense. That's not how it is. We're a team. And then, like you said, with complementary football, I think guys are playing more free this year because you don't have to do it all by yourself. Trevor knows he doesn't have to do it all by himself. The defense is going to make plays. The defense knows we don't have to do it all by ourselves. Our offense is going to score points. So everything has just come to fruition, and there's just a collective harmony where everyone thinks the same, feels the same, and has a collective goal.
What about Trevor, though, seriously? I mean, he's playing unbelievable football, and I think it's very much appreciated inside the building, the work that he's put in to get to this point.
Absolutely, and Trevor's told me multiple times this year that he's getting coached. He's being told, hey, we need you to play better, or we need you to command the offense better, or be more of a leader, and it's good for him. He even said, I need stuff like that. It can't just be, oh, you can do no wrong. Coach him, and he loves that, and that's great. And I think it's just shown, and he's been through so much here. I think all that was for a reason, because he's resilient as hell. I mean, some of the stuff he's been through here, and he's got that mental side built up to where now he's just playing free. He's been through so much to where now he's like, nothing can touch me. So it's awesome to see.
Top 10 defense. See, I had some belief in you a little bit, Dewey.
I love that. Thank you. And it's shown. I'm not sure many people did.
No.
Based off last year, but as you can see, maybe you just need good coaching or to get, the best out of guys.
Yeah.
We have the right guys.
That was a little bit of Dewey Wingard last night on Jags Report Live at String Sports Brewery. We had Jaguars All Access coming up on Thursday. Keep rolling out those shows as long as the Jaguars playoff run continues, and we'll always do one more after the season, too, on a Monday, and Jaguars All Access will be on a Wednesday, and the final one, whenever that is, hopefully several weeks down the road. But no surprise hearing Dewey say some buzz things. But I was struck by really three things. One, I thought of you right away when he told that story about the sideline, because that goes back to our preseason conversation when he made the sack. Right? Was it against Miami or something?
Steelers.
I think it was. Or
No,
the
it was against
Saints.
the Saints. It was against the
Saints.
Okay.
One of the three teams.
One of the teams they played. No, and it was apparent to me because one of the very first things that stood out, the second day of training camp when the pads came on was that every single play that was made, you saw guys, whether it was on offense or defense, rallying around each other. So that's why I brought up the whole play with Dewey in New Orleans, where when he made a great play, a great read, and a great quarterback sack, it was a little odd that nobody really came to, put the hat on the helmet and everything. People were saying, well, it's preseason. I'm like, well, it's practice of week one and they're doing it. So why aren't they doing the preseason game? But obviously that's not even in the realm of the conversation anymore, because every time someone's making a play, you've seen guys celebrate.
Yeah, and he obviously brought it up on that Houston game. I'm assuming he was talking about the first Houston game, because that would have been earlier in the season, but I might be wrong. Then the other one is about Trevor, right? I mean, and really the tie-in of what he just said at the end. I mean, the coaching's different, or whatever it is. And I'm sure those players could write a book about it, about why they think.
Yeah.
And I think there's a fine line. I don't know if there's a huge gap in coaching of what works and what doesn't, but we're seeing guys develop, so the coaching has to be better right now than it was.
And it's funny, in the last 24 hours, the Jags fans are getting quite a kick out of the fact that Bills fans are putting a little bit into the fact that Nielsen is a defensive analyst with them.
I didn't even know
as
that,
if that could give them a leg up.
Oh, paying off dividends. They're stopping the run really well.
But Jags fans are needling him very quickly on that.
Yeah, because I think what came out was people were going to he's going to know the Jags roster, right? I think some Buffalo folks were like, he'll know the Jags roster well. It's like, well, I don't know if he knows this Jags team.
No, he doesn't, because he knows them all with like 20-pound weight gain. So
he might not recognize them.
It's going to be a very, very different team. And I mean, I guess the only thing I'd be worried about is if it's 4th and 1, don't run the tush push if you're Liam Coen.
That's right. He's good.
Dude's good. Dude had that tush push coached up. Give him some credit.
I thought there was something else that Dewey said in there that I think we asked this line of question, and guys don't like it to be asked, but I do think it's a thing. And that is when, and we've asked your team this, or when you were playing, because your defense was pretty good, but the offense was terrible. And you get that line of questioning, right? Like where it's like, well, are you getting tired of your offense not moving the ball, right? Mm-hmm. And as a player in front of a microphone in a post game, it's really a hard question to answer. But what I took from what Dewey was saying is there have been times where it felt a little bit offense versus defense in the building. Like, and that might just show up, I would assume, maybe in meeting rooms and stuff. It's like, well, if this damn offense would do anything, or if this defense would stop anybody. That does exist, I guess.
Of course it exists, and that's why I was really worried about that Houston game, the second Houston game, because there was a lot of finger-pointing on that defense in the second half, but no one was really taking accountability for, well, it wasn't like the offense was driving in the second half either, right? So, like, that was my big concern, and that's why I kind of doubted this team after that Houston game, because I thought it may have combusted. I thought it was going to be a bunch of finger-pointing, and once again, Liam Coen even said it himself, like, the defense has to do a better job, and I think of my biggest critique of Liam Coen was probably that moment, to set aside from the complaining about the refs too, because I feel about that. But my biggest critique of Liam Coen was when he kind of called up the defensive line a little bit when the offense wasn't doing much in the second half. And I think since then, I think he's been much more of Coach Campanelli. You got the defense, I got the offense, and we'll see you guys in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it sounds, I think, a little bit on the corny side of things, but he used another word in there where you have heard this word a lot, Casey, connectivity with this football team. And they have, I think that's a really hard thing to do, but to make everybody feel like they are together. And one of the things that's been brought up is Coen, he will sit, usually it would be like offensive guys look at offensive plays, defensive guys look at defensive plays, special teams go look at special teams. He does that with the team meeting. Like, he knows all facets of the game, which feels a little bit different. And you get Doug Peterson wasn't sitting there breaking down defensive plays most likely in a team meeting. You don't think so? No. But I kind of get why. Like, I mean, he's not a defensive guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. Yeah, I get that part. But I just think Liam Cohen's different. I would be interested to know how many of the coaches that are currently in playoffs watch everything. Like in a team. Like, is Shanahan doing that?
Oh, that's a good question.
The Seahawks,
well, McVay is. You know that because that's where he got it from.
Right. Is the Seahawks guy doing that because he coaches the defense? So is he watching the offensive stuff?
Yeah, that's a good call.
Like, I would be interested to know that because obviously if Cohen gets it from McVay, it's working. So all these other coaches that it's working for, I wonder if they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, and Shanahan and LaFleur are in that family as well. Maybe not direct disciples, but in the family.
And they might have seen work for them too. So I just think Liam Cohen just kind of does it. I don't know if it's his own way, but we'll call it his own way or the McVay way, and it worked out for him.
I think my big question, guys, before we hit a break is and again, so a little more forward thinking of a question, and we don't really need to do this in super detail yet, but the answer to what's sustainable, like how do you get sustainable? And so what I don't fully understand, and we won't know this until later next year, and maybe even 2 years down the road, is this just a team that really you matched it all together right? You put all the puzzle pieces together, from personalities to skill sets to coaching staff, or is this the way it's now going to be in the Jags building? Because you are going to have people come and go. And so you're going to lose a little bit of that, gain a little bit of something else. And maybe this was just a team match that was perfect.
So the telling sign's going to be when it's 1/6 of 2027 and hopefully you have Dewey back on the show to do a year in review or whatever. If his comments are, instead of Liam Coen is the general, he's the leader, he's talking about his teammates being leaders as well and following his teammates more than the coaches, then you know you're going to have sustained success because that's how you build a culture. Coach leads it in the beginning, and then you give it a couple years, you turn it over to the players. When the players can take the reins and set the expectations to the new guys coming in saying, hey, welcome to the Jaguars, this is how we do things.
Yeah.
That's when you have sustained success. Don't have it right now because it's in its infancy, if you will, but if it's working, then the guys are going to carry on that message. And then Liam Coen, and if Coach Camp is still here, then they can focus more on the X's and O's.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think that's player-led. That's what everybody wants to be. And that looks different. That can be they can be player-led to a degree right now, but I think what you're saying is, well, you got to kind of do it for a little bit until you get
You got to show them the way until they're ready to lead themselves.
Yeah, and by the way, they're off. They might be on the way there because the number one guy to do that in the building is your quarterback. And so if he's playing this way, he can do that. Because I think he has all those skills to do that. I think he's always been looked at as a good leader, but you got to be able to play that way. Then have the cachet. And right now it feels like he's got the cachet to do or say or whatever he wants, or be squatted in a bar here in Jacksonville, whatever it takes, which was confirmed by Dewey as well that was real because he was there. We will take a break. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Tell you, underrated now. This is a job Chad Morton's done as the running backs coach. That's who that is.
My dude's, with the St. Laurent shirt underneath a bomber jacket? Okay.
We did talk about the draft class. I don't think you can dismiss what LaQuint Allen and even Bashal Tutin have brought to the team. 4th and 7th round draft picks. I think they've been pretty good. And in many respects, very good even outside of statistics, giving them a threat. So we'll take a break. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax, 24/7 Network.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep, can't eat.
Eating.
See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $4 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Heard this guy played in the NFL.
I think he's an MMA fighter. I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man. It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at jacksonvilleicemen.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
He built a graphic. You got a lot of time in the morning, don't you?
Sometimes.
That's funny.
So this
Depends on the day.
this is just them.
This is just them.
This is pretty impressive, regardless of what happened last week. We were 12-24, and now we're 59-55.
Man, look at us,
That
Casey.
is good.
Look at us now.
This is like you're the 2022 Jags.
Yeah.
Started off 3-7.
Yep.
4-8, I think it was.
Had to take some accountability, didn't we, Casey?
Look in the mirror.
Had to take some accountability.
You really heated up starting in November.
Started listening to haters a little more. Well, you know, let the haters be the motivators.
Hey, well, once you figure out what teams actually are, teams about to figure
that's
out what
true,
they
too.
are
Good point.
in about November. We figured out who they were, and then we went on a run. You guys
The opposite was
kind of
true.
knew who they were. But...
Now
they are who we thought they were. You know what I mean?
That being said,
what are the standings? I'm curious now.
Okay, well, the standings are one off.
yeah, because you gave them an extra one.
I did give them
They
one
actually
extra.
crapped the bed last weekend.
I mean, 2-4.
Y'all
is
went 2-4.
fine. It's fine.
Sports office went 2-4.
Okay, we're good.
Oh,
Yeah, we're fine.
you didn't lose any ground.
No ground.
What did we do?
We went 3-3.
That's it?
Wow.
I thought we would be 4-2.
Mr. Game Picker Uppers, huh?
Yeah. What did you do? You had because you got Steelers. And
So
Lions.
yeah, this should say 2-4.
Oh yeah, the Cardinals got smoked. You have the Cardinals.
So you're still a game
He
back.
gave us the Titans. Yeah, we did take the Titans in. Yikes.
So wait.
You're a game back still.
Okay, we're still game.
We're
Still
one
game
game
back.
back.
Okay.
But we're beating the books right now. We're beating Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas is coming for us. They don't like it.
Shout out the Panthers.
Brent and Hamby playing for pride. All right.
That's really bad. 49-65.
Man,
that's terrible.
I'm not sure if we ever had a winning record. Did we?
We were 500. Like when
we're about
when
500.
they were 12-24, we were
getting smoked.
We were like 19-17.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we were up by that.
You guys are taking out loans and mortgages to try to cover your guys' bets.
So bad. True. And nobody hit a weekend spread or bet, so I didn't bother making the graphic.
Okay, so here's what's foul about that.
Oh yeah, Adam Fox screwed me.
I didn't win one.
You weren't close.
You might want to double check though.
I think I might want to double check.
Here's what's foul. I did the bets that I sent you guys. I did parts of in real life.
Okay.
Both of the real life ones hit.
They hit
for real.
Maybe that's what I'm
actual U.S.
thinking, too,
currency.
yeah.
So I was like, sweet. And then I went back to the text and I was like, what am I doing? Why didn't I send the ones that I actually did in real life? Because then I morphed them in and it was goofy. But the real ones hit. So
I think what I did is I extended a lot of the lines. Like I went 14.5 with the Jags or something like that, and then also 10.5 with the Texans.
Yeah, the
so I
Texans.
thought all the good teams would win big.
10.5. That
was the one that
an
busted.
L.
Because anyone else I got, I think, on that one.
And then the first one you had the 49ers plus 7.5 and the over of 40 points, which wasn't close. It was 13-3.
Yeah.
And then in your plus $1 million bet you hit 2 out of 5.
Yeah, close, got it.
Yeah. I'm betting on NBA now.
How did that game not go? I can't get over 39 points in the Seattle-San Fran game. San Fran gives up like 30 a game.
They're balling.
13-3.
Well, although I wouldn't have won the other side because I had them at plus 7.5. That was a weird game. But you know what? I will say this about San Fran. I think they I don't know if they get him back. I don't know how hurt he is. If they don't have Trent Williams, they don't win. Like last year, remember they went through that stretch where he didn't play. I think they were like 1-6 or 1-7 or something like that without him. I think it was last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago. But they don't win without Trent Williams.
Sure, yeah.
And he didn't play that game. I didn't know that he was playing that game, but I guess he got hurt the previous week. So we'll see.
I forgot
if
he's still in the league, to be honest.
Last week in general in the NFL was really bizarre, right? Because
surprising.
No, it's not. But it's almost like this. Even teams that were playing their people, like the Lions, as you guys just brought out, didn't look like they were trying that much. The Houston
try not to get hurt.
Well, Houston didn't play Nico Collins. And then all of a sudden they look up at the scoreboard at halftime and they're like, okay, Jacksonville's going to win the division. We're going to take everybody out.
Yeah.
Eagles didn't play anybody, which was stupid because if they would have and they would have won, then
they would
be the 2 seed.
They would have hosted the Bears, assuming the Bears and Eagles both win.
And what's really interesting is the Texans screwed around with that game and almost had to come to Jacksonville because the Bills won. So they would have not been able to play Pittsburgh, which you should have been dying to play Pittsburgh if you're a wild card team, right?
No, I think
like a good email topic from Hamby.
I mean, it
is that what he said?
We did this last week
with
the Steelers. Like I don't know that anybody really wants to play the Steelers. Like I get it, they're not great on paper. They win.
Everybody wants to play the Steelers over the Jags right now.
You think Houston would say that?
I think so.
I think Houston would say, I think we know how to beat the Jags.
I think Houston wants the Steelers over the Jags.
They have zero offense, man.
Yeah.
I saw them win a game.
They want the Steelers.
And it wasn't 0 to -2, so they have some offense.
The flip side of that question is when the Colts were winning that game, which would have sent the Texans here, were you happy about that?
I wasn't.
Or not? You were. You wanted the Colts to win so that
I
Houston
wouldn't.
came here?
I don't want to play Buffalo. I heard you guys talking about it. That's fine. But I have no interest.
Yeah, now that it's kind of here, I lean that way a little bit more. I just think they're all good. I really do. I think this is a very balanced playoffs. You know, I do think everybody would want to play Pittsburgh first. And outside of that, I think there's cases to be made on both sides. And so, therefore, it's like it doesn't matter. You're going to have to play a good team every week that can beat you, or if you play well, you can beat them. And so from that standpoint, I'm not sure it matters. Well, I actually think the Chargers, I think people are sleeping on the Chargers. I think they might go to New England and win. I think the defense is good. I think Herbert's good. I think Harbaugh's good.
The Chargers are not good, bro. The Chargers have no chance.
Yeah, I don't see that.
They have negative chance.
They're ladless. I
don't see that.
Going across the world.
But I'm 49-65 in my picks. So
you don't know anything. Right. The Chargers have no chance. The Patriots can play backups and win.
No, they can't.
Sure they could.
I just think the Chargers' defense is good. They're going to stay in it.
I don't know where you're getting that.
I don't.
I mean, the Chargers didn't have anything to play for last week, and they held the Broncos to like 10 points.
Yeah, the week before they played freaking Houston, who we don't think is good on offense, and they just
Hey, what's
threw
up, Stroud?
60.
There.
Yeah,
They
here's
had
2
2
touchdowns.
plays, and then shut them out the rest of the game.
Good defenses don't give up 2 bombs to C.J. Stroud to 2 rookies, Higgins and Noel. Just doesn't
Iowa
happen.
State.
In a game that you really needed to
Back-to-back
win
Iowa State.
at home,
Yeah.
Brent, at home. Oh, here's Stroud. Here you go.
Were they good when they got?
They're decent.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason Campbell ended up getting the job.
Okay.
At Penn
But
State.
Iowa State's
during that
been
stretch.
sneaky okay.
Yeah,
But
they've
they
been
were
okay.
there. Quarterback was Rocco
I
Beck.
felt like he was
Now he's
hotter.
at Penn
I like
State,
a
yeah.
Campbell and his team. Like he
Wait,
was
how did we
hotter
get
candidate
there?
3 years ago. But
How did who get where?
How did we get to Penn State and Iowa State?
Because both of the guys that scored for the Texans played for Iowa State.
Oh, yeah.
That's what.
Higgins and Noel.
But back to the whole Texans, Colts, Bills. I think it was all in like a 2-minute span where the Colts took the lead.
yeah.
And then Cole Van Lannon got hurt, and we didn't know. At least I didn't
Oh yeah,
know.
you freaked out on Twitter. I saw that.
Well, I didn't
dude,
freak
I was-
out. I mean, I was just like,
Hey,
dude, I mean, let's go, Texans, pick it up. I don't
We were
want
getting
to.
a prayer circle for Cole Van Lannon when that happened.
I don't need to face the Texans with Daniil Hunter and putting Walker Little back at left tackle.
Is that is that why you sent that text?
Yeah.
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 Oh. I didn't
Because
know
if
what the hell
Cole
you were
Van
talking
Lannon's
about.
out, then Walker Little is back at left tackle, which appreciated what he's done at right guard. But we all know what happened last time.
What was the score of the Jags game at that time?
Oh, they were up. I mean,
Yeah,
It
no,
didn't matter
I
if
was-
we won.
There's
Yeah,
a scenario I was playing Fortnite. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean the game was well over.
Yeah, I mean, fantasy's over.
How old are you?
Hey, man,
Okay.
I like Fortnite.
I guess so.
Did you win?
Builder.
No Fortnite win.
No builders build.
Build, but sometimes no build when I play with Amanda because Amanda
Okay.
plays Fortnite.
I see it, man.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Team.
Does she beat you?
No build all day.
We're on the same team.
Oh,
Is it duos?
you don't want to
It
create
is
that.
duos. Yeah.
I missed duos
You should
7
play.
years ago.
You still got the game? Let's play.
I haven't played a video game in too long. I miss it.
My son's all about it.
I mean,
And by the way, he got an Xbox for Christmas.
Dude, your first Vic Roy?
Oh,
that
yeah,
was almost
dude,
the
he's-
Jags winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know it was a great thing. So my son's got an Xbox and I have PlayStation. Got cross, because you can cross platform now. So I'm trying
you
to get him on.
can?
Yeah,
Yes.
man. So trying to get him on college football. I was gonna be
nice.
super impressed with that one. Up to 11 o'clock at night as I'm beating that Oregon butt with like.
Georgia.
Nah, it'll be Wisconsin.
Wisconsin,
It'll be
yeah.
Wisconsin.
With Wisconsin.
It'll be, no, I won't be Wisconsin.
that's how you know it's
They're-
not a real game.
They're horrible. Yeah.
Not realistic.
Just pick Indiana
take-
and really crush
I'll
it.
take Indiana. Me and Sagnetti on the sidelines. Yeah,
How long
got
do you
it.
think they could have cross-pollinated those two systems but waited?
Yeah, I don't know how long this
They
this
could
has
have
been
done
out
it
for.
immediately.
Where you
Well,
can cross-platform.
I don't know about certain games. I know.
Well, no. So yeah, that's I should say only certain games you can do this. For.
Oh, okay.
So to come back to Fortnite, we were playing Fortnite with my buddies on Xbox. Like,
Yeah. Which is
okay.
smart. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's
so
how
you could do it
should
on that
be.
a while ago.
yeah,
That's how it should be. You know, like
Yeah, I would
They're kind of
think, but obviously
exclusive.
there's a territory war there a little bit.
well, hey, watching Amazon Prime for the Packers Bears, we know all about it.
The fact that you can never play MLB The Show on Xbox was just a joke.
just
'Cause
get a
they-
PlayStation. Don't be poor.
Oh, I always had PlayStation. I
Okay,
never
then what are you
had
worried
Xbox.
about?
But I'm just saying. Making
All right.
Oh, trust me. MLB
Just
is-
don't
I
be a
grinded.
poor.
What?
I grinded the show.
I'm sure. I did too. I still got the show. I
We
be
should
playing
play.
games. So now you want to play games?
I never said I didn't want to play. I just don't.
You
Do we
threw
have a
it.
game to play, by the way?
You threw it in my face like, oh, I play video games
No, I
in
didn't
years.
make
I'm
it
a
like
grown
that.
up with a job. Who
No,
gives
I
a
didn't.
damn?
No, I didn't do that.
Hamby surprises me from time to time. Like I wouldn't think like he's super big into the video games now, like I could see before, but not now. And then he like said to you in one of the commercial breaks we were leaving, "Is like, did you watch Raw last night?"
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude's watching wrestling
is he
now.
watching like
I
every? Are you
watched-
like in every week? Because I feel like I've heard you say that, and I know you.
I didn't watch for a long time.
But now you're back.
I'm back a little bit. Yeah.
But it's, I mean, you're
I'm
kind
trying to
of, you're kind of
resurrect-
back at a stagnant time, to be honest.
Which is fine. I just got to get to the Rumble.
Yeah.
Getting there.
When is that?
It's going to be a couple
February,
weeks.
right?
Yeah.
Did
Is that Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
Did anybody? You won't be graphing that one. Did you graph anybody in Jacksonville on December 28th? WWE came.
Oh no, I wasn't here.
That was like the quietest one I've ever seen. I don't know.
Well, because it wasn't a
TV
I know you
show.
guys
It wasn't
said it
TV,
wasn't.
yeah, it was just
but
like a-
Still, I never saw like
I didn't
anything
hit
on
up
it.
CM
We were
Punk.
supposed to go, but then I was working overnight, so
They did well.
no one
I heard they did well.
Oh, it did well. That was at the arena.
I think CM Punk was there.
I know, I should have hit
Punk
him up.
was there, and he signed outside the back.
There we go. There's the
How much did
update.
you-
You got a game?
I wasn't there.
You got a stupid game for us?
Not really. I would have had to send it already.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He came over today to the show just
was
to
a
give everybody.
tease.
It was like, I got a stupid game, so we don't have to do it. It's like, okay.
Zero confidence.
It's
in
basically
himself.
just something so I can say I showed up with something,
I like it, man.
and then, well, because like basically what it was like stats of said player from the league, but you don't know the player, and then you had to guess the player.
Oh, I like that.
Here's the problem: ESPN, when you just like screenshot the stats, it has the team color as like the bars.
Oh, yeah.
So
you
if I would have thrown up a purple one, you would have been like probably a Raven.
So yeah, you
Well,
gotta hit.
oh, it could be a Viking. Could be Josh Jefferson.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I can promise you it wasn't.
Derrick Henry. Okay, whatever.
But anyway, so that was the idea, and then I couldn't find one where it looked right, and then
I actually was going to ask you guys this, so I'll play a little game for you guys.
All right.
What is the most surprising stat for the Jags? The fact that ETN has 13 touchdowns, Trevor has 38 touchdowns, or Parker Washington is the leading receiver for the team.
Parker Washington.
Parker Washington is the leading receiver for this team.
100%.
Hands down.
Well,
Hands down. Well, Brent, you want to trade him.
You did one.
So
Yes, I did.
I think you should be surprised as well.
Can you imagine how much we would have got in return?
Oh,
No, not much.
Not then. Now,
Not much.
yeah,
Would have
okay.
got a jugs machine.
In fairness,
and I
you're
guess-
probably not getting a ton right now either.
I mean, so in that point, you guys think like Brian Thomas would have led the team in receiving,
Or Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we ever thought Travis. We did some projections, right? And it was like 700-800 yards for Travis Hunter
Yeah, it
when we
wasn't-
were doing that.
I mean,
BTJ was all of our answers.
Parker Washington wasn't a starter to begin.
No, I get it. I will say the guy that actually may have overproduced his projections based on the fact that he only played 12 games is strange. Because we had said something to the point of like, would he be? I remember doing something with the sixes,
Yes.
like 60 catches, 600 yards, 6 touchdowns. And I feel like that's what we had
I
said
think
would
that
be
was
a good
just
year.
me and you. I don't think they were here.
Oh, they weren't here for that one?
I
And
think.
so he ended up having 46 catches, 540 yards, and only 3 touchdowns, but he did miss 5 games. So, I mean, he was on pace to really have like a 700-yard season, and I probably would have been on pace to be right around where we said. So I think he delivered.
Yeah.
And now you kind of wonder, I don't know, is he a guy that can take the next step where he becomes more like, can he get into, hey, now he's catching 80 balls a year, he's got 8 touchdowns, and he's poking on 1,000 yards. Like, is he
I don't
ever
think
going to
they
be
need it.
that?
I don't know.
Laporta or whatever? Like,
I mean, yeah, I don't know if they need it or not.
he's not
Like,
Bowers, I know that.
Of
But
course. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends. Like, this is the thing with the offense where you don't need anybody to really be the guy because you have a bunch of guys. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think the way that the touchdowns would go up is if you don't have as many rushing touchdowns. You don't bring ETN back,
Yeah.
and you don't first run on the goal line as much. Maybe the touchdowns jump, but I don't know if you need that guy to catch 80 passes. Like, I think something's going wrong, especially because you just paid Jacoby Myers. You think Parker Washington's good. Travis Hunter may play offense. Brian Thomas Jr. Like, I don't know how he's catching 80 foot unless
Yeah.
you just never run the ball again.
yeah, well, crazy enough, is ETN led the team in receiving touchdowns.
Yeah.
See, but like if you
he
don't
actually had more receiving touchdowns than he had rushing touchdowns.
Insane.
But
there might be
But
those
that's
to
part
go
of this
around.
offense, right?
Yeah.
Like that's part of this. He's going to use the backs out of the backfield, which is pretty wild.
Who has a better shot at getting re-signed, Parker Washington or ETN? Washington? Well, Washington has one more year left, but.
He does.
What?
Who signs a deal for
There we go. I like that.
whether Parker Washington or Travis Etienne?
Here's the thing, and I know you ask us every week, and you come in and ask. I don't think ETN's getting a long deal. I think the chances that ETN gets franchised is decent, but I don't think he's getting. I still don't. I'm not heavy on the ETN getting a deal. So therefore, I
also
would say
feel like
Parker Washington.
Okay, but I think a tag is still. I mean, it's not a deal.
That
but like
would count.
That counts.
He signed something.
I would say then. I would say ETN.
ETN.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, it's a big debate. I don't know.
It is. It's really going to be interesting because I think it's going to teach us something about the way these guys are going to do business. And I don't know if everybody's going to agree with it or not, but because it's a fascinating one. I think all the things that everybody said, from best player on the team to what does it tell the team?
Especially with Lloyd just going.
Well, and Lloyd, I think, is
Did you like those pick sixes?
So I put, I think after Van Lanen the other night, which we really haven't even commented on, but Van Lanen we knew was coming. But
did we?
Well, it was going to happen at some point. And I think it's a very good deal for Van Lanen. Don't you guys?
Absolutely.
Like $17 million.
It's
not a lot of money.
Some would say maybe got him a discount. Yeah.
I would be thrilled.
You get paid? Yeah.
Well, like there were some people that were critical of the deal, and it's almost like you're saying it too. Like the agent kind of won that at $17 million for a guy who started 5 games or something like that.
Well, let him heaven forbid you go to a Super Bowl and he's the starting left tackle, and then Kansas City's going to come out and pay $30 million like he did it for Juwan Taylor. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying he hasn't been valuable. I'm just saying if I'm Van Lanen, who my tenure with this team started with trade midseason and then inactive because I wasn't good enough.
Dude, you were an afterthought in Green Bay.
To 17, I'd be like, yeah, I'll walk to the facility.
Yeah.
Or you need me to sign. I'll meet you at a Panera Bread. Like
I'll sweep the floors if I have to. I'll clean the locker rooms out.
Even. Bonos. Bonos would be a good spot.
There we go.
It just feels like where you sign stuff. My bad. I signed my house thing at Panera Bread, but for the next house I buy, I'll do it at Bonos.
All right, we got to get out of here. Club 904, Neil O'Brien coming up next. After that, Talent Talk will be back right on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Obviously, Sunday at 1 o'clock. We'll see you at the bank. And tomorrow, things start to ramp up as the Jags get back to work to take on the Buffalo Bills. Don't forget tonight, 7:30, Chase for the Championship on Fox 30. We'll have a half-hour special, including our sit-down with the coordinators. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best.